The 4 men that we see on the thumbnail, they all defended Dr. Malachi York. And there's a lot we want to learn and point out from that. It's deeper than, well, they defended Dr. York. There's so much other stuff we're going to learn about the community concerning this. And you will be able to call in and answer the question and speak on the matter. And it'll be, was Dr. York set up? Are these 4 men right? So I'm going to give my little theory. But if there's anyone who feel like these 4 men, feel free to call in. Shout out Ms. Mocha. Thank you for the super chat. Let's hear Farrakhan speak on Dr. York. Listen up.
Armageddon has already started. But the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said the battle.
All of these damn black men like to try to convince y'all that we're in Armageddon. And how you know that we're in Armageddon is because they picking on Elijah Muhammad and Malachi York. Bro, these dudes are so full of ego and they play on the people's ignorance. Farrakhan defended Dr. Malachi York. Farrakhan said that Dr. Malachi York was a black messiah. But Farrakhan felt like Malcolm X needed to die. Oh my God! People, come on people, just think about what I'm saying. Farrakhan chooses Dr. Malachi York over Malcolm X, y'all. I want you to let that shit sink in. Let it sink in a minute. Let that sink in a minute. Let that shit sink in. We about to witness this in this video.
Armageddon has already started. But the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said the battle will be in the sky. It just don't mean airplanes. See, the battle has already begun. The battle is for the mind. Satan battling for your mind. God battling for your mind.
Let me tell you something.
Satan is battling for your mind. And the way that Satan is going to win over your mind is by taking down Dr. Malachi York. The way that Satan is going to win the battle for your mind is by taking down Elijah Muhammad, y'all. Not by taking down Malcolm X. Not by taking down Khalid Muhammad, but Dr. Malachi York, a nigga that was teaching about being abducted by aliens. This nigga teachings is so pseudo, it's amazing. Dr. York's. It is like mind-blowingly pseudo. He can't even stand in Malcolm X's shadow. But yet, the man that praised Malcolm X killers is defending Malachi York. Oh, y'all need to let that sink in. The man that praised Malcolm X killers said Malcolm X deserved to die. Feel like Malachi York don't deserve to be put away. Feel like Malachi York is a messiah, but feel like Malcolm X is a traitor. Y'all better listen up.
Not only will they persecute you, they'll lie on you. They'll fabricate lies. They'll imprison you and create cases around you. The same way they tried to defame the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and then they tried to defame Malcolm X, and then they even tried to defame Dr.
Now check this out, right? I'm going to show you how fucked up this is, right? Malachi York said that they tried to frame Malcolm X. Here go the truth. The Nation of Islam and the FBI both helped take Malcolm down, and then the NOI celebrated the murderers. That go the truth right there. Here go another truth. Malachi York tried to relate himself to Malcolm X, and that right there, he should get beat up for doing that. Nigga, quit comparing yourself to Malcolm X. Malcolm X wasn't no pseudoscience niggas with a bunch of pedophile allegations. Pedophiles love to attach themselves with a man, somebody that's upstanding. When you ain't nowhere close to that person, you are a fucking monster. That is so disrespectful to Malcolm X for this creep to be trying to cling on to this man as if you're going through what Malcolm went through. Malcolm X died for exposing a pedophile. You're being set up, you're going down because you are a pedophile. I'm going to say that again. Malcolm X died because he was exposing a pedophile by the name of Elijah Muhammad. Farrakhan protected that pedophile and helped orchestrate the killing of Malcolm X. Farrakhan is defending Malachi York, who is a pedophile, just like he defended Elijah Muhammad, who was a pedophile. Farrakhan thought that the women who had allegations against Elijah shouldn't even have their voices heard. We shouldn't even consider what they saying. They trying to bring down a black Messiah. Now, people, these white men don't give a fuck about no Elijah Muhammad's and Malachi. They don't care about a bunch of niggas that's helping indoctrinate you. You got to think about that. You got to think about, why would the white man care about bringing down Elijah Muhammad when Elijah Muhammad is doing the work of the white man? Why would the white man care about bringing down Malachi York when the Malachi York is helping to indoctrinate and give the people a bunch of alien shit? The white man right now trying to give the people a bunch of alien shit. He can use Malachi York. Listen, the white man benefits off the Nation of Islam and the New Wapians. He don't want to bring them niggas down, but he got to if there's enough people saying something. He got to now. The white man don't benefit by bringing Bishop Eddie Long down. That's like saying that the white man benefit by bringing Eddie Long down. Now, Eddie Long's followers would want you to believe that the white man benefits by bringing this black man down, but he don't. The white man actually benefit by leaving Eddie Long up there to mislead all you niggas and get you to worship a white Jesus. Why would the white man attack a black man that's making hundreds of thousands? Fuck that. Why would the white man attack a black man that's making millions of black people worship a God that don't look like them? If I'm a white man, I'm not fucking with him. That's my buddy right there. If I'm a white man, when a bunch of people go to accusing him of pedophilia, I'm gonna be like, damn, my nigga got to get locked up now. Cause I gotta act like I care. I'm the white man. I got to act like, hey, white man to the rescue to save you from your own black people. But he don't really care. But he gotta do something about it. So why not make himself look heroic and that your own black man is your own threat, which is true, which is true, which is true. That's his opportunity to use these niggas to make that point, which is a valid point. We are our own worst enemy. Because just like black people defend the pedophile uncle in the family, we do the same with the Elijah Muhammads and Malachi Yorks in the conscious community, baby. But listen at all this nonsense, how they put these black dudes on such a high pedestal and say that the reason they're being prosecuted is because they are the Messiah. Man, a nigga that's teaching you to worship a God that don't look like you is not the Messiah, son. Trust me, he's the trustee. He's not the Messiah. He's doing the work of the man. All right, and the man don't want to bring these kind of niggas down, but he got to once you put children involved. Once you put children involved, even if you're a member of the mob or the mafia, they gotta quit fucking with you. They got to go on, even they will bring you down. No one is gonna let you do the work for them and you fucking with children. Even if they fuck with children, once you get caught, they leaving your ass out there in the wind, son. And that's just the truth about it. You can play with yourself all you want. Let's listen up to what they said, how these niggas was set up, and see if they right or not.
Tried to defame the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and then they tried to defame Malcolm X, and then they even tried to defame Dr. Martin Luther King by some secretary. That's what they'll do. They'll imprison you, and then they'll create lies to turn your own people against you. They'll persecute you after righteous name's sake. The same way I'm talking to you, they're going to come after me eventually. Believe it. They're going to say that man.
So then what's the use of being a black leader? What's the use of being a black leader if they just gonna take all your followers and turn them against you? Guess what that mean? That mean we shouldn't be mad at the white man at all. We should be mad at these followers that we can't trust. Think about this, y'all. All of these leaders seem to have a problem with their followers. The Nation of Islam seem to have a problem with, man, we can't trust our followers. They can turn your followers against you. Don't you know when Eddie Long got accused of touching those boys? His audience said the same thing. They turning his congregation against him. This is what they say about the people who's victims. They've turned on the master. That's cult-like behavior. If you ever study a cult, that's how cults work. They call them traitors. They outcast them. They don't say that they're liars. They say that they're traitors. Peep the word now. Peep the word now. They can't say that the chicks who accused Elijah Muhammad was liars because they didn't even consider them chicks. They didn't even speak on it. They didn't even hear them out. The Nation of Islam act like them women didn't exist. So Malcolm X tried to give them a voice, and you see what happened to him. Let's go.
Man, it's too dangerous. I don't like him. Let's make some lies up on him. Let's turn his people against him. Let's imprison him. And if we can, let's...
If the white man can turn our followers against us just like that, we ain't fit to lead. I'm sorry, we not fit to lead. Even the gangsters got more loyalty than these conscious cults. Think about it now. The way that these niggas followers be turning on them, it's like, damn, bro. Gangsters don't even get up in interrogation room and snitch like that. It seemed like mobsters and mafioso families got more loyalty than the Nation of Islam and the Nuwapians. How come all these black groups have an issue with trust with their followers? It's either that their followers are a bunch of traitors or that these people are monsters. It's one or the other. Either Malachi York is the creep and monster they say he are, or he just got a bunch of members around him that's just non-trustworthy. A bunch of hundreds of non-trustworthy people.
Let's kill him because his people won't help him anyway. And they'll try it, and I'll be at the mercy of the devil because people say, well, won't Allah step...
It's hard to convince me that you have a trust issue among your members when you can literally get them to go kill somebody. That's how loyal they are. Niggas in the NOA will perform hits. They will perform hits, nigga. They'll put in work now. It's hard to convince me with the kind of followers you got, diehard niggas, that you also have a problem with trust. Same thing with the Nuwapians. It seems like there was a group of people who you fucked over and they just say, we love you, but we can't let this slide. You harmed our children. And it was enough of them to come together and say, yeah, fuck that. We ain't scared of the cult no more. Fuck this cult. This cult did something to my children. And that's just like it happens all the time in the Amish communities. What'll happen is one of the fathers will have sex with too many niggas' wives. And if it's just 2 or 3 niggas' wives, they don't have enough power to really go against him. They got to shut up. And everybody else gonna say, you ain't gonna turn on the leader, nigga, don't be no traitor. But if you fuck 12 niggas' wives, 15 niggas' wives, that's enough people to come together and now they'll stand up against you and go and rat it out. They'll say, yeah, man, fuck that pastor. He fucked all of our wives. Yours too, nigga. Right. That's how cults work.
Step in and help you? And I say, did he step in and help John the Baptist? And the answer would be no.
So Malachi York saying God ain't gonna step in and help him. But why do he want God to step in and help him when he was abducted by aliens? Why would you want God to step in and help you when you said you can walk through walls? Why would any real black man that's a real man defend a weirdo like Malachi York, who don't teach nothing but pseudoscience to our people, and he's been, with the kind of paperwork he got, niggas, real niggas behind them bars ain't gonna fuck with you, bro. And they might fuck you up if you in the proximity to them. They got children. I want y'all to know that real niggas don't fuck with niggas like Malachi York. So anybody associated themselves with Malachi York, I want you to know, you ain't a real nigga fucking with this creep. We got so many good teachers that are black men that are kicking that real shit that we don't need to dig up this damn pedophile. Only people defending this alien teaching ass pseudoscience pedophile are weirdos who might be pedophiles themselves, like Rod Hayes, like the Young Elder, like legendary Top Cats, like Dane Calloway if he fucking with them niggas too. It ain't just about Malachi York. If you fucking with a nigga that's fucking with Malachi York, I'm gonna be making videos about you. I'm gonna have your face on my thumbnail. I'm gonna associate you with that nigga. If you associated with a nigga that's trying to defend Malachi York, you defending him too, nigga. You niggas is too thirsty for motherfucking brotherhood. So you ain't had no fathers in your damn life. You niggas don't know how to stand alone. You so fucking thirsty for brotherhood and fatherhood that you will stand and network with weirdos. All of you niggas is weirdos. Any nigga associated with Rod Hayes is a weirdo. What kind of nigga goes on a campaign to talk about freeing a nigga like Malachi York? What was he teaching that was so important? Nothing. Show it to me. Anunnaki, reptilian, alien talk. How does that help our people? It's so many bright-minded niggas out there that is giving a good message to these boys, to these children. Why don't we get behind them niggas and let these old-ass niggas, they had their motherfucking era, and they squandered it away with power tripping and ego trying to touch on other people's children. I believe every fucking word them victims say. It's too many of them to be lying on this man. I saw how his face looked in that courtroom. Never forget that Brother Polite defended Malachi York, and he said, even if Malachi York did something to you, I will have to overlook it and say, I don't give a fuck for real. Like, cause that's my teacher. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
I found out.
You gotta realize that Brother Polite went on a whole campaign to discredit the victims of Malachi York. And now look at where Polite at. Polite is in jail for the same damn thing.
Oh my God!
You got to remember, everybody that was defending Dr. York,
But see, when you see,
they ended up going down for the same thing. Now, Jacob York is one of the sons of Dr. York that stood with the victims. And you gotta commend a brother that go against his father to do the right thing. If this man went against his own father, how y'all gonna be defending that nigga father when he right there with him? When your son start going against you, I'm stepping the fuck back then. I got to. Your son know you more than me. I'm just a damn fanboy. How would I know you more than your son? So look, the Free Dr. York campaign started by Brother Polite first. He said Jacob York incriminated himself. Now check this out. Jacob York is the one that had his foot on the neck of Dr. York. You feel me? Let me see if I can find this other video that Polite made. He got several of them defending his teacher. Just think about that now. Polite defended Dr. York, come to find out he was touching kids too. Y'all need to think about these niggas that's defending Dr. York. When have you ever saw these dudes around women? Because when we saw Polite around women, he was around that underage girl too. Nobody even thought anything about it other than that's just part of his entourage. But my thing is this right here. All right.
I found
Polite tried to discredit Jacob York. And that is Malachi York's son. How is some stranger who ain't in our family gonna go against the damn son who's saying, my daddy did do it? How do you know that man's daddy better than him? And you got to remember, Brother Polite was the same one that told this brother, even if what you saying is true, I'ma still follow Dr. York. So it ain't like Polite really is being non-biased, saying, well, what if he did do it? He's automatically going on a defense, just like Farrakhan did with Elijah Muhammad, just like the NOI did with Elijah Muhammad. They don't even want to consider the victims. You just trying to bring a black man down. You trying to bring down a black leader. See what I'm saying? Polite immediately went against the victims and said, even if you telling the truth, it's still up and it's stuck. Even if you telling the truth, I don't care. I'm fucking with Dr. York. I don't want him in jail. So to hear Brother Polite say that and then defend Dr. York and then go to jail for the same thing Dr. York did, that ought to make y'all think twice about niggas that's defending Dr. York. Because you're about to make the same mistake again. When Polite was defending Dr. York, he had a movement, just like Rod Hayes, just like Young Elder, just like Brother Rich. Just like all these platforms that's Dr. York friendly and that's teaching what he's teaching about aliens and Anunnaki, because Billy Carson is the new Dr. York. He just took all that man's pseudo teachings and ran with it. All of it. But check this out, right? The thing is, there were people that was getting behind Polite. And then Polite got locked up for pedophilia. Shame on all the people that was riding with Polite, and Polite was defending Dr. York. Don't make the same mistake twice. Don't be riding with the Young Elder, Rod Hayes, Top Cats, all these niggas, and then come to find out they get caught up in some shit. Cause I'ma call all y'all out, man, when it happened. Don't fucking wait. Get up out of there now. You don't need them niggas that much. How desperate are you for information that you will listen to a nigga that's associated with Dr. York? It's a lot of information out there. You don't got to do that. We got to make a statement. We got to let niggas know we ain't gonna play about our children, man, and we don't give a fuck what you teaching and how good it sound. Once it's some allegations with you with these babies, it's fuck you. We gonna relieve you of your leadership authority and your teaching status. You're now gonna be known as a pedophile. You're gonna wear that. You don't get to carry on a legacy in our community when we know that you touched on children. And we gotta let the world know we don't play about our babies and that we don't even give a fuck about our own black teachers and leaders more than our babies. We gotta let the world know that, man, because if we don't, guess what happened? The world will kill your babies, and they'll just give you leaders to replace them with. They will kill your babies, and in return, they will give you leaders saying, they shooting our babies down in the street. They killing our babies. And you will let the killing of your babies, think about what's going on. We're telling the world and our children that there's a lot of other things we care about more than y'all. That's what we told the children when Eddie Long went down, that we care about this man bringing us the word of God more than our babies feeling protected like we care. And God can let anybody bring the word. Why God just got to use an alleged pedophile? Why can't God use a nigga with a good reputation? We know God ain't picking these niggas, because if God bringing these niggas to the forefront out of his inspiration, then God tripping, nigga, what God doing shrooms or some shit. Like, God, how you overlooking all these real niggas with good reputations to get these weirdos with all these allegations to be leaders for our people, God? Damn, God. It's some real niggas out there with no smut on their rep, and God keep getting all these weirdos with the smut on their rep. The fuck God doing?
He will not intervene at that point. You understand?
The government of America knows that whenever a people have been oppressed and suppressed and denied basic rights, freedom, justice, and equality, which are the essentials of life, they know that the longer we are deprived, the greater will be the leader that comes to answer that deprivation. So they were watching to see who that leader was. They were looking for the Messiah.
The white man was looking for the Messiah, and he went in the crowd of niggas that was talking about being abducted by aliens. The white man always looking for a black Messiah, but what he find is a black abductee. I don't know, it's like the white man be like, where is that black Messiah? Where is that black Messiah? You, the one with all the pedophile allegations, the one with all the alien stories, you must be the black Messiah, sir. Like the white man be looking for a black Messiah, and he be looking all past the real father figures. He be looking all past the upstanding black men with good reputations. And he say, you, with all those pedophile allegations, you with the alien stories, you must be the black Messiah. Take him down, y'all. Take him down. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Just like Pharaoh was looking for the birth of a deliverer, and just like Herod was looking for the Messiah. They know that the longer we are deprived, the greater will be the leader that comes to answer that deprivation. So they were watching to see who that leader was. They were looking for the Messiah.
And they found Malachi York. Get the fuck out of here.
Like Pharaoh was looking for the birth of a deliverer, and just like Herod was looking for the Messiah, they heard Malachi York.
So the white man is looking to bring down a black Messiah, and he goes out to Malachi York. And you telling me the white man didn't go out to Malcolm X? Think about this, y'all. Malcolm X was a black Messiah, and Farrakhan helped the white man kill him. But Farrakhan don't like the idea that the white man locking up a pedophile like Elijah Muhammad and Malachi York. Farrakhan said Malcolm deserved to die. Malcolm was a black Messiah. If Farrakhan felt like Malcolm deserved to die, why did he need the help of the FBI? If the white man is trying to bring down a black Messiah, and Malcolm is not a black Messiah, and Malcolm is toxic to his people, then the white man wouldn't have helped the NOI kill him. The NOI didn't defend the murder of Malcolm X, but they defended Malachi York pedophilia. And they defended Elijah's pedophilia.
They heard a brilliant black brother.
He said that the white man heard Malachi York and felt threatened by a nigga who was telling you alien stories, as if the white man ain't pushing the alien agenda himself. Why would the white man be threatened by a black man that's teaching black people everything that the white man want us to believe in? Spookism, pseudo stuff, aliens, gods outside of ourselves, gods that don't look like us. Why would the white man feel threatened by a nigga who's teaching Jesus or Allah or reptilians? That's what he's doing. He can use your help. I mean, if the white man telling us all that information, it'll make it even stronger if he got black leaders that are said to us too. Why would he take them down?
They saw him building a small nation here in Georgia.
This nigga said Malachi York was building a nation in Georgia. The man just had a house with pyramids in the background. Goddamn. So if I go and build pyramids in my backyard right now, I'm building a nation? That's a joke, my nigga. How are you building a nation in a nation? You don't build a nation. You go to war and you take a nation. The people with a nation now, they took land to build that nation on. When you say that Malachi York was building a nation, no, he wasn't. He was building a cult in a Jonestown. That man wasn't building no goddamn nation. He built pyramids. And just because a nigga built some pyramids on his property don't mean he's nation building. He's pyramid building. And them pyramids don't mean a goddamn thing. He was better off digging freshwater wells. That would have benefited our people more than a vain-ass fucking pyramid. What the hell you gonna do with a pyramid? A fucking and you call that a nation? Call that a nation?
Is he the Messiah? Trumped up charges.
How did Malachi York get trumped up charges? Explain it. Don't just say it. Explain it. Go into the legalities of it. You see what I'm saying, y'all? Because if he got trumped up charges, you know we got banned Crump, man. You mean to tell me the NAACP, Ben Crump, the NOI lawyers, people don't act like black people don't have a bunch of powerful organizations that'll get behind you if you been wrong. Now, if Malachi York was such a big leader to our people and a Messiah, why wouldn't none of these black organizations help get him off? Let me guess, they all turned on him too, huh? So his whole motherfucking, half of his followers turned on him. All of the black organizations turned on him. The NOI lawyers won't step up to the plate. Nobody'll touch that nigga with a stick. But y'all believe he's really innocent?
Oh my God!
Stupid.
You're not fooling me. If y'all thought that this black man was really innocent and had trumped up charges, we would be having a whole black force behind getting him off. And when he get off, we will be suing the United States of America and the Supreme, whoever the prosecuting party was, they will be up for a big lawsuit. discrimination against a black leader. We'll have all the black groups behind that, buddy. What are these black groups there for, man? What are they there for? What are all these black lawyers that's with the NO? What are all of these people there for? If the NOI's lawyers thought that Elijah Muhammad was innocent, they would be suing Malcolm X for slander instead of trying to silence him and kill him. If Elijah Muhammad was really innocent, you wouldn't be praising Malcolm's killers. You would be praising the NOI's lawyers for sending Malcolm and his business to court on slander. But you knew that those victims would have showed up in court against Elijah Muhammad. If Elijah Muhammad was innocent, you wouldn't be praising Malcolm's killers. You'll be praising the NOI's lawyers for prosecuting that man for slander. That's slander. If Malachi York was innocent, you wouldn't be mad at the people that's saying he's guilty. You will be prosecuting them. You will be going after the victims for slander. And we got enough black power in these groups to make it happen. The NOI got enough muscle to make it happen. So you can talk all of this talk, but if you don't walk the walk, guess what you telling me? You don't believe he's really innocent.
Break up his movement. Put brother in jail. Watch for the leader who is gaining strength, popularity, power, influence. Then if you can bring him into court, fine. If you can't find a way to trump up charges.
Well, then why they ain't brought Farrakhan down yet? He got a contract with Washington, D.C., CNN. They let him do the Million Man March. They give him a parade permit to let 1 million niggas march through the street. But if 4 niggas on a corner, they calling the police. Farrakhan is tied in real deep with the establishment. So why would he be up here speaking anti-establishment stuff? Because he's a puppet, y'all. And they want y'all to think that Malachi York, Farrakhan, and all these niggas are really grassroots when they are controlled opposition to our people. It's just that when these puppets get caught up, they go down. The white man don't really want them to go down, but if it's enough of our people behind it, they got to take one of these they puppets down. And when that happened, other puppets who working with the white man will go and say, see y'all, look, they picking on a black man. Why? Because they know that they time coming soon. Just like Puff Daddy defended a lot of toxic niggas. Because he know when his time come, he want all the black people to already be saying, man, they picking on a black man. All of your black puppets gonna always put that in the atmosphere. Because they know they ain't doing right. And when as soon as shit hit the fan, they gonna say, see, I told you that they was gonna accuse me of grape. Nigga, how did you know exactly what they was gonna get you for? God damn, nigga, don't tell on yourself like that. Damn, nigga. Stupid. I told y'all 10 years from now, they was gonna get me with pedophilia. Damn, nigga, and damn, how the fuck you knew what they were gonna frame you with? You must have already been doing that shit and you know your time coming. Because listen what these niggas say. That's just how they bring black leaders down. They get the members to turn against them and they go into the whole details of how it happens. But yet they still fall for it. That lets you know all of these black leaders got skeletons in their closet. And when one nigga fall, they all tell you the process of how they all gonna fall so you can sympathize when you see the process, nigga. So you can say, he didn't really do that to them children. That's the white man picking on another black man again. There go that white man picking on black men. But think about this. How come the white man be picking on black men who he's really close with? Think about that now. Think about this, right? Watch this. Farrakhan, a prime example. Now check this out. Let's say Farrakhan go down. Why would the white man bring a nigga down who's helping him keep niggas indoctrinated? The only way the white man, even if Farrakhan practicing pedophilia, them white Jews ain't finna let that man go down. They practice it too. You gotta think, why would the white man care about a black pedophile when he's a fucking pedophile? Why would they care? The white man would love the idea that there's this black leader abusing black children. Why, if the white man don't love us and he the enemy, why would he stop a pedophile in the community? He would do it because he ain't got no choice. It's too many parents together. Power in numbers. Same thing with Eddie Long. Eddie Long was getting away with that shit for years. Soon as enough people come down on you, Massa got to go and throw one of his puppets under the bus. The mob do it too. The mob do it too. If you were in the mob and there was a rumor out there that you were gay or that you were a pedophile, your own mob would off you, nigga. And they wouldn't even really give a fuck if it's true or not. It's just that you got to go because they gonna protect the brand. That's the way the mob move, nigga. If you're in a gang and you go to prison and they found out that you was messing with boys, that gang gonna kill you. If not, they gonna beat you so bad you gonna wish you was dead. The gang look at that like you dissing our set. Cause you one of us and you fucking with gay dudes. How does that look for our set? Bro, you would get beyond DP for something like that. They might beat your ass to death for something like that. Cause you're rocking they hood doing this kind of stuff. And now all of they damn ops can come out and say, them niggas gay over there. They can call your set out saying them niggas gay. Cause one nigga messing with boy, guess what your set gonna do? They gonna beat that man in front of everybody. They gonna let it be known we don't fuck with this nigga and you can't use that against our set cause we already off that nigga. We beat him up to let you know you can't use that against us now. So you can say it, but we got proof we don't fuck with him cause look, we damn near killed that nigga for what y'all saying. So you can't put that on us. That's how the gangs work. So likewise, some of the niggas in the gang that's beating up one nigga for doing some gay shit, some of them doing it too.
Oh my God.
They just ain't got caught yet. So think about this, right? If you find out that a nigga in the gang is touching children and the OG be like, should we kill this nigga or just beat him up? Or should we just let him off the set and leave him alone? Hold on, y'all. So if we in a gang and one of the gang members get accused of doing some gay stuff or some pedo stuff, and everybody is voting like, what we gonna do with this nigga? Every nigga that's saying leave him alone, we know that they doing some fuck shit too. Every member in that gang that says maybe they framing cuz, maybe they lying on blood. If we find out that they ain't lying on that man, we need to check every gang member that was defending him. Cause they might be gay. They might be a pedophile. Because all of the niggas that say, let's fuck that nigga up, we know that they good. They good. All of the niggas that vote for the maximum penalty, we know that they some straight niggas, some real niggas, and that they good people. We can clap it up for them. All of the niggas that be like, maybe they framing that nigga. How do we know these 100 children are lying on him? Think about it now. You got 50-some children saying that your man's touched them. You got 50 she-males, 50 gay dudes saying, yeah, he get down like that. And then one of your gang members say, I think they framing him. Bro, I think you gay. That's what I think. 50 she-males ain't framing that nigga. 50 gay dudes ain't framing that nigga. I'm sorry, 50 children ain't framing that nigga. And if 50 gay dudes framing that nigga, y'all still need to beat him up and be through with him. If you care about your set, if 50 gay dudes out there saying, Lil Snoopy right there from such and such set and all that shit been fucking around, even if they lying on him, y'all need to put that nigga off the set and leave him alone. It's not worth it. Why they ain't lying on nobody else like that? Why they ain't lying on nobody else like that? So you always need to think about black men who defend pedophiles. It's not normal. Most black men want to be disassociated from a nigga with them kind of paperwork and that allegations. Even if that shit fake and false, we still don't want to be around you, dog. Listen, if somebody framed me like that, I wouldn't even be mad at my homies for disassociating. I wouldn't be mad at them. That's 50 motherfuckers that said I touched their children. And if all 50 of them lying on me, I wouldn't even expect my own family members to believe what I'm saying. That's 50 people, dog. That's 50 people. If my cousin say, I don't know, Sanchez, I'm 50-50 on this one, I wouldn't be mad at my cousin. Because if 50 motherfuckers was accusing him of that, I'd probably be 50-50 too, cuz. Even if they lying, nigga, I'm never gonna believe you. I'ma die 50-50, nigga. Even if they lying on my cousin, I'm gonna go to the grave 50-50. That's too many people saying that against my cousin, man. Once you get past 5, 10 motherfuckers, I can't really be getting behind that now. That's too many motherfuckers saying that the same thing that you did, man.
Find a way to kill him. Find a way to kill him.
They said if you're a black messiah, they gonna find a way to kill you, right? You talking about like how y'all did Malcolm X? Are we talking about like how y'all did Malcolm X? If you're a black messiah, guess what you gonna do? Be a savior to black people, and you don't care if you got to bring down a fake black leader named Elijah Muhammad. This man don't care about black people. Otherwise, he wouldn't have helped get Malcolm killed, a fucking hypocrite. Talking about they want to kill a black Messiah, and this man helped kill Malcolm X. Look at this man standing here, right here.
Malcolm.
He's standing right there next up to the small hats. He's right there with the Jews. And he trying to convince y'all he hate white people and white people hate him. White people are bringing down a leader. Nigga, you work with the white people that would bring down a black Messiah. The white people that would bring down a black Messiah, you work with them, sir. You brought down a black Messiah. His name was Malcolm X, nigga.
Malcolm didn't know what he was playing with. No, he didn't. He didn't know what he was playing with. You don't jump up against a divine messenger of God like he did. He asked to die.
You don't jump up against a divine messenger of God like he did. Guess what? Malcolm didn't do that. Two young ladies did. They jumped up against Elijah Muhammad and accused him of rape. They got babies by him. When they had the babies, they was underage.
Oh my God.
You got two young women that was in the NOI that had babies by Elijah Muhammad when they was underage. What more proof you want? Elijah Muhammad never did jail time for that, even though it's a shut and sealed case. I mean, he got them pregnant, nigga. Why didn't the white man bring down Elijah Muhammad if he want to bring down a Messiah? If the white man wanted to bring down a black Messiah, Elijah Muhammad was the perfect one. We got two women turning against him with rape cases, and he's the biggest, might be one of the biggest leaders of all time in black America when it comes to nations, because the Nation of Islam is the only black nation. The white man missed out on an opportunity to bring this black Messiah down, even though he had grape charges? Come on, Farrakhan, I thought you said that the white man want to bring down black Messiahs. He brought down Malcolm X. He just didn't bring down Elijah Muhammad. Come on now, if I go by what you saying, Farrakhan, then the Messiah was Malcolm, and the pedophile was Elijah Muhammad.
And God obliged you. No, you don't understand. Like someone said, did you Muslims kill Malcolm?
Said Malcolm deserved to die because he went against a black leader. He didn't go against him. He didn't go against Elijah Muhammad. He stood with two young ladies. He was not, Malcolm X was a good dude. You know why? He said, I love Elijah Muhammad and he a leader, but look at these young, two innocent black women. I know, and that's what I like about Malcolm X. He don't take up for the brotherhood. All of those niggas in the NOI treated like a mafia, and that Farrakhan is the godfather. And if it's a religious organization built on morals, then why are we acting like a mob? If our leader do something immoral, we should take away his power and put somebody up there that'll lead by example. But instead of doing that, what we do, we let our black leaders do every kind of debauchery under the sun, and we defend it. When they get caught for their sick acts, we say they just hating on a black leader, man. But if you think about it, all of these black folks that go down, they not really black leaders, they black sellouts. Elijah Muhammad, Brother Polite. What's the other one? Malachi York. These aren't black messiahs. These are black men that literally work with the white man. Look at Brother Polite. Brother Polite was working with the white man, dude. Floyd Mayweather, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, living in fucking Cali, Beverly Hills. He was white manning it up, man. He was worshiping money, telling you niggas you broke and you need to quit hating on a white man and get some money. Why would the white man bring down Brother Polite when Brother Polite was a big asset to the white man? Brother Polite had a bunch of black men saying, yeah, we can't keep blaming the white man for being broke. We lazy. If I'm a white man, I don't want to bring down a nigga with that message. What the fuck? If I'm a white man benefiting off colonialism, any nigga telling black folks it ain't the white man's fault that you broke, nigga, y'all just lazy, that's my nigga. In other words, if you try to take him down, I'ma help bring him up, nigga. That's my mans if he talking like that. And I'm a white man. You act like white folks wanted to see Brother Polite locked up. Why would the white man that y'all saying a devil want to see a black pedophile locked up if he hate black children? Why would he protect them from a creep? Y'all make no sense.
So the messenger said, and what if we did? He said, what if we did? Have you ever seen a leader?
Niggas said, we killed Malcolm X. And he said, well, what if we did?
Oh my God.
Did you hear that? Bro, this is like some Youngin Ace type shit. I'm serious, like rappers are killing they ops today and they coming back out bragging about it. Like, yeah, and that pussy deserve to die. Farrakhan helped get this man killed and he's up here big up in the killers like he's Youngin Ace, like he's Julio Fulio. This man is smoking on a Malcolm pack right now after the fact, like a fucking drill rapper. And this is way back in the day, nigga, that this nigga was smoking on a Malcolm pack. Like, listen to this. If Malcolm was your daddy and you heard this, it'll be like a drill rapper just killed your homie and smoking on a pack, nigga. Listen to this.
Malcolm didn't know what he was playing with.
Bro, how come they ain't like look what I put on here. This would probably be a NOI RICO case if this was in 2023. If the whole Malcolm situation and this video footage would have leaked out in 2023, 2024, this probably be a RICO case, nigga. But you know they not gonna RICO Farrakhan. Why? They work with him. Look, nigga, they work with him. That if you think that the NOI don't be carrying out hits, you're a fool. If you think that the NOI don't got niggas that'll kill you and they not gonna be prosecuted.
No, he didn't. He didn't know what he was playing with. You don't jump up against a divine messenger of God like he did. He asked to die.
Now, if I'm beefing with a nigga and he come up dead, and I make a song called He Asked to Die, you don't think the feds will be investigating me? Me and this man beefing, right? He ends up dead. I come back out on a rap song saying, you don't play with a nigga like me, nigga. You don't disrespect an OG from my set like that, nigga. You was asking to die. You don't think the feds gonna lock my ass up, nigga? Look at what's happening to these rappers. Why the fuck Farrakhan ain't locked up? This is such damning, bro. You won't find this video nowhere on YouTube. I'm the only one with this on YouTube. Everybody else too scared to have it up. Farrakhan talking like he on demon time. He's smoking a Malcolm pack. This is fucking terrible. Bro, this is evil than a motherfucker. He said that nigga was asking to die just because he wanted to investigate this pedophile allegation.
Malcolm didn't know what he was playing with.
Like, if me and a nigga beefing and that nigga end up dead and I come out on a video saying that pussy didn't know what he was playing with, find you somebody to play with, nigga. Just think about that. Me and you beefing. I kill you in front of your wife and kids. Man, Malcolm had over like 30 bullet holes in him. I'm sitting, nigga, Malcolm had damn near 30 bullet holes in him. He was riddled with bullets. They was shooting him even when he was dead, y'all. His family watched the whole thing. And it was black shooters, not white ones. Now imagine after all that, a nigga say Malcolm didn't know what he was playing with. Come on, man. If I send my gang to knock you off and they kill you, and a couple of days later I'm bragging like, yeah, that nigga didn't know what he was playing with. He was asking to die, fucking with a nigga like me, with like quick, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. And we gonna stand by this though. This the same man that said Malachi York need to be out of jail, but Malcolm need to be in a casket. Farrakhan thinks that Malachi York need to be free from prison, but he feels that Malcolm X deserve to be in the ground. I'm gonna say that again. Farrakhan believes that Malachi York should be freed from prison, but he believes that Malcolm X deserve to be 6 feet deep under the ground. Come on, y'all, let that sink in.
Malcolm didn't know what he was playing with. No, he didn't. He didn't know what he was playing with. You don't jump up against a divine messenger of God like
He didn't say nothing like Elijah Muhammad was innocent. Malcolm lied on Elijah Muhammad. He didn't say that. He said he disrespected him, and he didn't. How is he disrespecting Elijah by respecting those 2 women with allegations? He wasn't disrespecting Elijah. He was just respecting these 2 young sisters and their allegations when nobody else will. He was respecting those 2 young women's allegations. He was the only one that'll hear him out, and y'all got rid of him. That ain't disrespecting Elijah. That's respecting these 2 women and their stories. You ain't once heard Farrakhan say Elijah Muhammad didn't do it. They framing him. He went more harder defending Malachi York than Elijah Muhammad.
Oh my God.
Think about that, y'all. Farrakhan said that they framing Malachi York. He didn't say they was framing Elijah Muhammad.
Oh.
He just said Malcolm X was disrespecting him. Malcolm X went against a leader, a black leader. He didn't know. He was just trying to hear those 2 females out because he didn't want to follow a black man with a lack of morals. I wouldn't want to follow a nigga either that's touching underage women. And just the fact that there was so many niggas in the NOI that Elijah Muhammad paid them off. Paid them niggas off to go out to Malcolm, kill Malcolm and shit like that and to protect him. The FBI helped them kill Malcolm. But if the white man wanted to bring down a black messiah, why would he help y'all kill Malcolm? If Malcolm trying to bring down a black messiah, why wouldn't the white man get with Malcolm and help him bring down Elijah Muhammad? I'm using Farrakhan's own logic, y'all. The white man like to bring down black leaders, right? Right? If I was the white man, I would have got behind Malcolm X. The white man and Malcolm X was all they needed to bring Elijah down. Malcolm, the 2 girls, and the white man, and Elijah would have been gone. It was such an easy opportunity for the white man to bring down the leader of the Nation of Islam. And he didn't do it. He brought down some little member that y'all silenced. Think about that. You said that the white man trying to bring down a black messiah, but he takes down a little Rudy Poot like Malcolm X and let Elijah Muhammad keep going. Even though this is grand opportunity to jam up this black leader that you said. The white man missed a golden opportunity to bring down this big, bad black leader by the name of Elijah Muhammad, and look who he brought down, Malcolm X. Now, out of Farrakhan's own mouth, guess what Farrakhan said? The white man like to bring down black messiahs. So why did the white man bring down Malcolm X and not Elijah Muhammad?
Oh my God.
Are you telling me Malcolm X is the black Messiah? Or was Malcolm X trying to bring down a black Messiah? Because if Malcolm X was trying to bring down a black Messiah, why wouldn't the small hats happen? See, this picture says a lot right here. You work with the same people that you said is trying to bring down black messiahs, and you ain't that scared of them if you working with them. You obviously don't believe that they're trying to bring down a black messiah. You're trying to bring down a black messiah, and that's why you work for him. If Farrakhan thought he was a black messiah, he wouldn't be working with the people that's trying to bring down black messiahs. If Farrakhan think that there's a group of whiteys out there bringing down black messiahs, why would he be taking pictures with them? Why you taking pictures with the same white folks that frame Malachi York? So think about that. Farrakhan defended Malachi York. Farrakhan also defended Elijah Muhammad. These are two pedophiles. Now, Brother Polite defended Malachi York. He turned out to be a pedophile. Do y'all see the trend? Now look who's defending Malachi York today. The young elder, Rod Hayes. We talking about dudes with prison records coming back into our community from correctional institutions that we know ain't correcting these dudes. They just find a new hustle. And you know they all gangsters, because guess what they do? They come into this space saying, let's free Larry Hoover, let's free Malachi York, let's free Bishop Eddie Long, let's free Tukey Williams, let's free Bobby Shmurda. All the gangsters get out looking out for the gangsters, not for the people. Ain't nothing wrong with that, and I don't judge the gangsters. I'm saying, why don't the people stick together like that, like the ex-prisoners, like the gang members, like the pedophiles, and all them? They defend each other. The criminals will even defend pedophiles if the bag is there. Think about it. There were pedophiles in the NOI, pedophiles in the New Wapians, but when the money going around, ain't nobody caring about that pedophile. Look at Africa Bombada. Look at how many dudes with the Zulu Nation on payroll and ain't gonna open up their mouth. They know what's going on. Why do we continue to pay these people our attention? Let them stay over there to their own element, to their group of heathens and sick weirdos. If that don't represent you, stay away from these people. The Brother Riches, the legendary Top Cats, the Young Elders, the Rod Hayes. And if you think about what they teaching, it ain't really no beneficial information no way. It's really no bit. All of these people trying to say we Indians, we Africans, we Moors, we this, we that. This is all part of the agenda and the boule. We ain't none of that shit, nigga. We are gods and goddesses. Anything you say you are, you giving your power over to a foreigner. If you say you are Moor, your power going to the Spains. If you say you are Indian, your power going to the Native Americans. If you say you're a Pan-African, your power going to them Africans. If you say you're a Christian, your power going to the European. They don't care what you say you is, long as your power ain't going to yourself. The moment you say you're a God, guess who maintains all the power? What greater title for yourself than a God? Because a God can't belong to no tribe. A God don't belong to no tribe, dude. Tell me what nationality is your spirit. I'll wait. Your spirit rise above any national demographics or traditional system. That's the part of you that can make its own rules right now. But if you say I'm a Christian, you got to follow somebody else's rules. That's a white man's religion. It don't matter what you say you is. If you say you a Nuwapian, you following Malachi York's ideology. Why be a follower if you're a God? Gods ain't followers. I don't have an organization for you to belong to. I have a channel that's trying to get you to activate your godhood. And to do that, I can't have you following me. I just need you to listen to me. The Nuwapians are seeking followers. All of these groups are seeking followers. I am looking for people who are individual free thinkers. That's gods who can guard themselves. I am self-law and master. That's what Islam is. Our true spiritual system never created members. It created gods and goddesses. If you look up today and you find yourself a member of any community, just understand you're forfeiting your godhood. These communities require you to turn over your power to these organizations. What I built is here to give you power, to empower you, not for you to go to following some nigga who think he's God and full of ego and we all worship him, like Malachi York, Eddie Long, Farrakhan, Elijah Muhammad. That's the cult shit. They got a congregation full of sheep and followers. They don't create gods and goddesses. They create reliant followers that keep bringing them that bag. And they do it all while working with the enemy. It's time to wake up, man. It is time to wake up. Now, let's hear the story of how Malachi York got set up.
I found out that this man, who was Dr. Malachi York, had been arrested with allegations of child molestation. And I read that in the Athens Banner Herald. One thing I thought was odd when I read the article is that it was indicated that he had a plea bargain in both the state case, because he had a state and federal case, state case and the federal case. Well, most attorneys know that you really can't plea bargain in the federal system as far as agreeing on a.
What you're bringing up is legal concerns. None of this means that he's not guilty. It just means that it's some legalities involved with prosecuting him. With prosecuting. Nothing that this dude is about to say is going to prove Dr. York's innocent. It's just not.
Sentence. And so about June of that year, I read that the federal judge denied the plea agreement in the federal case. All right? And I knew at that point, I said, he has a problem. And so I'm feeling my obligation as a black attorney to find out as much as I can about this, because it seems like this is a big injustice.
Hello, my name is Habiba Washington, and today I'm here to put up.
I don't understand how that was a fucking nothing burger. That was really a nothing burger.
On record the truth behind all of the lies brought up in the case against Malachi York. I'm going to start off by saying that I'm not being forced, threatened, coerced, or pressured to do this tape. I am also going to state that, as you can tell, I'm not under any kind of influence, alcohol or drug.
Malachi York pleaded guilty. It is sad that there are people on the outside that is not going to be affected by none of this, and they got enough nuts to speak up for Malachi York than he do to speak up against himself. That don't make no sense. If I know I didn't do none of this, I wouldn't have pled guilty. See, when that attorney made this right here, right, when the attorney was speaking right here, that was right there. He said that they took the man plea deal away, but they turned around and re-gave him a plea deal though. He ended up getting a plea deal. The question is, if you are a black attorney who believe that this black man didn't do it and that he was set up, why are you mad that they took his plea deal away?
Oh my God!
See, people, the young elder and them putting these videos out for dummies. They putting this shit out for dummies, y'all. They got a whole series defending Dr. York. And it's cringe. Ain't nothing this shit defending him for real. It's a bunch of propaganda to make people think that this monster is innocent. And it's so fucking sad and creepy and cringe. If this black attorney thought that Malachi York was a black man being framed and he was innocent, why the fuck he mad that this nigga ain't getting a plea deal?
Stupid.
If I'm Malachi York's attorney, I'ma say we don't want no fucking plea deal. He's innocent. We don't want no plea deal. My man's innocent. And we gonna prove his innocent. If you Malachi York's lawyer, black man, and he's an innocent black man being framed by whiteys, why you mad that they took his plea deal away? This shit's stupid.
Stupid.
Case, because you have a state and federal case, state case and a federal case. Well, most attorneys know that you really can't plea bargain in the federal system as far as agreeing on a sentence. And so about June of that year, I read that the federal judge denied the plea agreement in the federal case. All right? And I knew at that point, I said, he has a problem.
His problem is that he got a black lawyer telling him to take a plea deal when he's innocent. That's his problem. See, this don't make sense, y'all. Drop a 1 if I'm telling the truth right now, bro. Drop a 1. Like I was in law enforcement, dog. I know a little something about the system. What I know, if I'm an innocent man and I'm being framed by white people and I hire a black lawyer and he's opting for the plea deal, I'm firing his bitch ass. Get me another lawyer, man.
And so
Get me another lawyer because this milk-dudded, headed motherfucker trying to get me to take a plea deal, and I told his bitch ass I'm innocent. I told him that these white men framing me, and I'm a big leader, and they framing me. Nigga, if I was Malachi York's black lawyer, I would have black people protesting in the street. We'll get that nigga off. I'ma prove that they framing this black man. I'ma get black people riled up about it. We not accepting no plea deal, nope. We going up in there with the spirit of Ben Crump, motherfucker. And Ben Crump ain't never told a nigga to just take a plea deal if he been framed. Ben Crump ain't never telling a nigga to take, nigga, no. If you're the one wrong, Crump finna get you 100% your money and all that, nigga. If you being framed, he finna get you off. He ain't finna say, man, y'all ain't gonna get his brother a plea deal. That mean Ben Crump think that your black ass really did it, bro. If your lawyer is mad that they won't give you a plea deal, guess what he know? That your ass is guilty. Cause ain't no lawyer gonna be mad about no plea deal if their client is innocent.
feeling my obligation as a black attorney to find out as much as I can about this, because it seems like this is a big injustice.
Hello, my name is Habiba Washington, and today I'm here to...
Hey, Jamar Johnson, if you don't click the link right now when I drop it and come up here and tell me what you talking about, we just gonna block you permanently. Because all I read was you said that I'm doing the same thing and I don't touch children, nigga. Me and you got beef now. When you say that I'm doing the same thing, you need to click my link and come tell me I'm doing the same thing as who. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to come and clarify this shit. Cause I'm offended now. You saying I'm doing the same thing as who? Malachi York? Oh, we got beef now, nigga. Hey, click my link, JJ. Click it down, man, or we gotta block you, bro, permanently. You gotta come explain yourself. What am I doing that's the same? And doing the same thing as who? Hey, man, you got 2 minutes to come up and report your ass to the principal office, sir. What, nigga, why are you worrying about my money? Block his ass anyway. Fuck that. Block that your ass anyway. Put him on timeout. Fuck you talking about a nigga money for when we talking about protecting children. What a hating ass nigga. You worrying about, let me tell you how much money I made today, nigga. Bitch, I made $6. I've been here for 2 hours and I made $6. And you talking about my little $6 and I'm talking about these children. You pocket watching ass nigga. I made $6. You know how much money Malachi York made? You know how much money Farrakhan makes, you bitch? I'ma block your ass permanently. Fuck that. I swear, nigga, I've been to fault you in real life. I can't stand motherfuckers like you. You'll never be able to type in my chat again, bitch. And I don't care about you explaining yourself either. Don't come back, bitch. We in here talking about children being violated and you worried about them $6 I made. What a hating ass pocket watching. He care more about my pockets than the children. He care more about me making $6 than these children, y'all. I gotta smoke to that, nigga.
In the federal case, all right? And I knew at that point, I said, he has a problem. And so I'm feeling my obligation as a black attorney to find out as much as I can about this, because it seems like this is a big injustice.
Hello, my name is Habiba Washington, and today I'm here to put on record the truth behind all of the lies brought up in the case against Malachi York. I'm going to start off by saying that I'm not being forced, threatened, coerced, or pressured to do this tape. I am also going to state that, as you can tell, I'm not under any kind of influence, alcohol or drug. I want to begin with all of the events that led up to the final verdict in the case against Malachi. I want to start off with how it started, where it started, when, and the reason why. I left the community in February of 2001. I moved from Georgia and I went to New York and lived with my family. In about March of 2001, I was contacted by Jacob. Jacob is the son of Malachi York. He's also an ex-member. Jacob contacted me, and our conversation was basically about the good times that we had in the community, what we went through, how we grew up, just making up for old times. 2 months after that, Jacob called me. This was in May. Jacob called me about a trip to Florida, a trip where a lot of some of the girls and boys that were going down, ex-members that were going to go down to Florida just to hang out, to have fun, or whatever. I agreed to go on the trip. I told Jacob that I would come on the trip. I I left from New York, went to Georgia. We all met up at Jacob's house. It was me, Jacob, member. Reason why. I left the community in February of 2001. I moved from Georgia and I went to New York and lived with my family. In about state that, as you can tell, I'm not under any kind of influence, alcohol or drug. I want to begin with all of the events that led up to the final verdict in the case against Malachi. I want to start off with how it started, where it started, when, and the reason why. I left the community in February of 2000.
Watch this, y'all. I'm finna prove that this bitch was paid off and that she's lying too. What a evil bitch. Watch this.
2001. I moved from Georgia and I went to New York and lived with my family. In about March of 2001, I was contacted by Jacob. Jacob is the son of Malachi York. He's also an ex-member. Jacob contacted me, and
Jacob is the ex-member of the New Wapians who went against his own father saying, yes, his father's guilty. Let's clap it up for Jacob. Jacob, you always have a home over here with us, brother, even if your own family motherfucking disown you, nigga. Let's drop some love for Jacob York, y'all.
Our conversation was basically about the good times that we had in the community, what we went through, how we grew up, just making up for old times. 2 months after that, Jacob called me. This was in May. Jacob called me about a trip to Florida, a trip where a lot of some of the girls and boys that were going down, ex-members that were going to go down to Florida just to hang out, to have fun, or whatever. I agreed to go on the trip. I told Jacob that I would come on the trip. I left from New York, went to Georgia. We all met up at Jacob's house. It was me, Jacob, Nicole Lopez, Noor Rashid, East, Esther, probably some other girls and boys that I don't remember.
Now we'll get ready to cut to a clip where Jacob York admits to meeting.
Now watch this, right? You know how you know these people are paid off? Because instead of them going up there as an individual saying, I was never touched by Dr. York, and this is how I know they framing him. Boom, 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 boom. They don't do that. She didn't just do that. They go up there and say, yeah, it's all a front. They trying to frame him. And it's like, where's y'all receipts and evidence? All of this series is a bunch of people that's saying they trying to frame him. It doesn't prove his innocence. It doesn't debunk what the victims claim. These are just people that saying he didn't do it. They trying to frame him. And they were in the group. So that supposed to give to what they saying power. But my thing is this. How can one individual know that they all framing him? You wouldn't even know that. It's impossible. If I was a New Wapian, all I would be able to say is he ain't never done nothing to my children. And I've been a New Wapian for a decade. Malachi York has never done anything to my children. I don't know what he done to other people's children, but I can honestly say I just don't believe him. But for me to go up there and say I was a New Wapian, they trying to frame him, you now calling all them people liars. And that's so fucked up. Who paying you off? Who paying you off to do that? How you know all them people lying? Do you follow Malachi York everywhere? Do you sleep with him? That's how you know these people paid off, y'all. Because if a motherfucker tried to interview me to defend Malachi York, I'd be like, look, bro, I don't know enough to defend that man. All I know is he ain't never touched my children. But I can't say what he did or didn't do to somebody else's. So leave me alone. I ain't doing your interview. Anybody doing an interview, you better believe that Baby York paid him off, nigga. This is Baby York's defense campaign. Shout out to Adam McMahon. Protect the motherfucking kids. Flat power. Think about what I'm saying. Anybody going on an interview defending Dr. York saying he's framed, they took the bag, man. Because nobody would know that. How do you know all them victims lying? Anybody going on an interview saying that, I'm going to have to ask them, do you be with Dr. York all the time? Well, no, but I don't, but I know he didn't do. Well, how the fuck you know that then, nigga? Sit your ass down trying to discredit all them victims. So who the fuck paying you off? Who's paying you? That's that Baby York money. That's that Baby York money. Trust me, y'all. Ain't no way anybody would possibly know what that man doing behind closed doors.
Up with Nicola Lopez, right? Which is Tariq Noel's sister and Amanda Noel's sister. Keep in mind the connection. But Jacob York approaches Nicola Lopez to work with him and assisting to take down his father. And keep in mind, black devils use strong persuasion.
Think about this now. They said Jacob York worked with some other people to help take his father down. Don't you know that you can't take a man down without evidence? In a court of law, nigga, you can't lock a nigga up without damnable evidence. Guess what the damnable evidence was against Malachi York? The same evidence they had against Brother Polite. Semen. Bitch.
Bro Sanchez, just one who's out there in the fight to teach. Bro Sanchez, you got the story right, and now I see, yeah. Bro Sanchez.
Says that, Nicola, we know what you did.
Come on, man. Who's gonna argue with sperm cells? Don't you know that it's people right now still saying that Dr. Listen, you can't make this up. Listen to me. When they locked up Nature Boy, wasn't there members of Melanation saying that they framing him? Drop a one. When they locked up Nature Boy, wasn't there a lot of niggas saying they trying to bring down a black messiah? Come on, drop a one, man. Don't be scared. Drop the one. When they brought Nature Boy down, nigga was like, it's cause he a black leader who teaching all this motherfucking grand knowledge and shit. All of these cults do that when they leader go down with his sick ass. Come on, man. They got semen stains with Brother Polite. And people still talking about allegedly.
Stupid.
Like, come on, black people. If you a real one, disassociate yourself from them folks. Because I need people over here with me that want to let these children know we really care. We don't give a fuck about none of these leaders. none of these celebrities, none of these idols. We care about y'all little children. We care about y'all no name, none popular, little innocent children. More than we care about the big famous Elijah Muhammad's and Brother Polites and Rod Hazeses and Malachi York. Yeah, they got big names and big power. But I care about them little kids with no power and no big name. You know why black people always bringing up leaders in the past? Because we don't make leaders out of our children today. Our black leaders have violated our children. And we've turned against our children to defend these sick black leaders. So now we can't even breed no more black leaders. Because our children don't even trust us. Our children rather join a gang. Because if I'm a child and I see my mama defending Eddie Long, what kind of signals are you giving me as a child? Why would I want to be in the church or be in anything positive if the man that's represented ain't right and everybody defending him? What signals are we sending our children when they can join a gang? And the gang members won't tolerate pedophilia and rape, but the church will. What kind of signals are we sending our children? I'd rather join a gang, nigga. I'd rather join a gang and crash out with the gang. Because at least they're standing up for something. My mom, your grandma, your auntie, your deacons, they ain't standing for shit. The congregation ain't standing for shit. These cult members ain't standing for shit. I might as well join the Crips. Because if they find out if a nigga's a pedophile, they gonna beat him up. If they find out the nigga raped the baby in the hood, them Bloods gonna beat him up. But the Christians and the New Wapians gonna defend that nigga. Where are the real people at? You know where all the real people at? Listening to a pedophile tell them about they abductee stories. Instead of standing up for the children, they choosing weirdo leaders over the children. Shout out to the Clue Channel. He said, I dated a New Wapian in 2001. I had to hear endless stories of Malachi York's innocence, 3 a.m. chants, and all that mess. Cook this dude, Sanchez. I got you, my nigga. I got you. I got you, my nigga, Clue Channel. If don't nobody else got you, I do, nigga. Shout out D. Allen Warren. He said, flat motherfucking power, bro. Spit that truth. You better believe it when it come to these babies, nigga. And I'ma keep, and y'all know I don't do content for clout. Why is Sanchez doing this right now? I said, man, these motherfuckers got a whole series defending Dr. York. I got to go ahead and get back on my Dr. York shit. Bro, these folks got volumes. Look, volume 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm watching these shits getting triggered. And guess what I said? Okay, fuck that. I'm finna go live with it now. Because I'm sitting up in here and I'm not live and I'm yelling, watching the shit, and I'm like, you know what? Why don't I let the people see me doing this? Like, why am I not creating content? Like, why am I letting these niggas off the hook? Let's go.
Did last summer. We know about the little boys that you were sleeping with, and that the feds know about it. And if you don't work with us, you will be going down just like the rest. Overstand the plot here and the scheme, and how it all ties in together, and how everybody tie in together, and they all family and connected. Keep in mind, Nicola Lopez is Tariq Noel's sister, and he did what he did to protect his sister.
I ran into a couple of, Nicole Lopez, I ran into Atlantic Mall. Oh, I hadn't seen her since 89, 90, so it was like,
I just called that nigga's sister a bitch, but I defended him though. Damn, I didn't know that nigga. But I don't give a fuck, nigga. Your family, listen. The Noel family, in my opinion, is kind of split up just like the York family. Because when this shit hit the fan, Von Hall said, I appreciate you. I appreciate you too. Thank you. When this shit hit the fan, even the New Wapians split up, with some of them saying he innocent, some of them saying he guilty, with Malachi York. So the Noel family split up too, because you got to remember, the Noel family are still New Wapians. Let me say that again. The Noel family are still New Wapians. So it's a split, like even in their family, like this is a weird situation. Because in the York family, you got Dr. York's son saying he did it, and the rest of the family saying he didn't. And in the Noel family, you got some of their family saying he did it, and then some of their family saying he didn't. So this was a weird case, and we can learn from that. What we can learn is that there will always be liars taking the bag on every side. It's a chaotic case that we can learn from. Shout out to Itzy Zaza. Said, hit that like button, y'all. Almost 500 watching, less than 300 likes. That's big facts, man. Hit that like. Yeah. Dr. York's own son said he did it, but the rest of them said, no, he didn't. And then on the Knowles family, who are the victims, some of them saying it's a lie. And some of them saying it's real. That is a cult reaction. This is typical in cults, where you have different sides saying different things because it's a lot of money going around these cults. And whenever you get some people coming out saying that the leader did this, the leader's money is always going to have a team of people saying, no, he didn't. And it's going to confuse us because we're going to be like, wait, how are we got both sides saying he did and didn't? Even the York family are divided on whether he did or didn't. And even the victim's family is divided on whether he did or didn't. The reason you get these kind of situations is when there's money involved. When there's big money involved, when someone have a defense campaign involved, you're going to always get an opposing side, even though these two contrary conclusions are coming out of the same group. Because when things happen in a cult, the leader will pay some members to protect him. And there would always be members that say, we came together for justice, like I told you earlier. If there's enough people whose children been touched, then power in numbers, just like a Me Too movement. If it ain't but two of y'all, you ain't powerful enough to come out. You might die. You might get framed trying to tell the truth about him. But if it's 10, 15 of y'all got enough people to jail together and bring this damn monster down. And that's what happened with Malachi York. A bunch of people Me Too'd at one time. That's typical in a cult. Because a bunch of people say, man, he did you too, mine too. Fuck that, man. You know, shout out to Lewis Russell, said best show on YouTube. And that's why this things be so chaotic. Because you would wonder, like, when Bishop Eddie Long was getting took down, how you got people in the same church saying he did do it and he didn't do it when don't nobody sleep with this man every night? Let me tell you how these cases would normally go if there was no hush money involved. There would be a bunch of victims speak out against a person, and then the law enforcement would have to investigate their claims, and see if they telling the truth or not. But if you got hush money involved, you will have people from among that same organization saying our leader is innocent. You're framing him. They're lying on him. That's the hush money talking. Because think about this. If my leader is innocent and I really believe he innocent, guess what I'll be saying? Salutes to you, police officers. Do your job, because you're going to realize you're wrong. Why would you be trying to silence the people that said he's guilty? If you thought your leader was innocent, you wouldn't come out saying he didn't do it. They trying to frame him, because you don't sleep with him every night. You don't know that. If you thought your leader was innocent, you would say, hey, police, I hope you do your job and do it good, because you're going to realize they lying on my nigga. Right? Ain't that right, information man? Peace and love and respect, info man. And shout out to my sisters, Miss Mocha, iCarly, Sharon Williams. You know, it's 2024 and we still got to talk about Polite, Malachi York. And listen, people, I want everybody right now to go and follow Information Man. Information Man, can you drop the link to your channel? Let me pull up this brother's link. Because I watch his channel. He has good content. I don't comment and stuff because I'm associated with the tinfoil hat, flat earth shit. And Information Man is just straight up the shits, nigga, with our people, you know what I'm saying, as far as these good topics like this one. What I like, Information Man ain't afraid to call out the Polites, the Malachi Yorks, the Bambatas. And a nigga like that will always be my ally, even though we don't always see eye to eye. Information Man don't fuck with Tommy Sotomayor, but I do. But guess what? We know. We both don't fuck with pedophiles and grapists and all that, nigga. And guess what, nigga? That's what I'm telling y'all, bro. Go sub up to that nigga. Because I wouldn't be surprised if Info Man start a fucking series on Malachi York. He that type nigga if he get time. Because check it out. It's only a topic because in 2024 we still got people defending him. In 2024 we still got people defending Nature Boy. In 2024 is still people saying Brother Polite is framed. It's so annoying, and then I need all my real ones to come together. The Information Mans, the Sanchez's. You got niggas like Bobby Knight making videos about me, and it is niggas online with ongoing series defending Dr. York. My nigga. So at this point, like, I don't know what to do but keep making the content. Shout out to the people that's donating support. And I'm going to tell you, donate and support to Information Man as well. Support the brothers that brave enough and we ain't starstruck and we don't care about big leaders. We don't care because guess what? A lot of our black brothers, we love the Nation of Islam. But you don't hear a lot of niggas defending Elijah Muhammad, though. You ain't never thought about that? Think of how many niggas like the NOI, but they won't defend Elijah Muhammad. And to the most, they'll say, why you trying to bring a black organization? See, niggas like the idea of brotherhood and unity. But we don't like the idea of accountability. All you got to do is give a niggas a bunch of unity And the man that's leading them niggas can be doing all kind of sick shit. Them niggas so in love with unity, they will throw accountability out the door. They won't hold the leader accountable because they think it'll divide their unity. Because when the leader go down, everybody that's fucking with the unity and the leader gonna say, y'all hating on the leader, nigga. Wait a minute, bro. You don't know if they hating or not. Let's do an investigation on a leader once there are allegations involved. You would want the same thing for your little girl, your little son. You wouldn't want nobody to just say they hating on that nigga. No, if my son said, Daddy, that man touched me, I don't give a fuck how famous that man is. Let the police do they damn investigations, nigga. Quit time out. They hating on him. Who is they? A bunch of little children? A bunch of little children hating on this nigga? Bro, if you are a man with a bunch of little children hating on you like that, some sus about you. Because little children just don't hate on everybody like that. They ain't done it to me. Something is wrong that a bunch of little children hating on you like that, nigga. Like, fuck. I'm gonna take the little children side. Little children don't just come together like that to hate on a man and bring up things that they little minds shouldn't even be talking about, nigga.
Oh, my.
They're bringing up sexual things that no little child should even know about. Let a bunch of little children start hating on a nigga on my neighborhood like that. My neighbor's gonna make sure that man move away from Vegas. I'm telling you that, nigga. I don't know what kind of world y'all niggas live in. All it takes is for a bunch of little children to come together and start hating on one man on our street saying that he touched them. Oh, you better believe we believe in them haters, nigga. We believe in them little haters, nigga. Cause them little motherfuckers don't come together like that to hate on one man, son. We believe in them little haters, nigga. Y'all weird as hell. Hey, tell you what, information man, if you want to come up, I'm going to drop the link. This brother got psychological credentials. He's in the field. He know the mind. And we need to be asking this niggas questions about the shit I'm saying. Am I right that our problem as black men is that we didn't have fathers in the house? So when we get a little taste of unity and a leader, we'll protect them at all costs, even if he's toxic, even if he's a monster, Bishop Eddie Long. This is so deep. That's why I fuck with Tommy, because the lack of a father in the household plays into so much other shit. Because if you didn't have a father in your house, you will be hating on a father figure, even if that father figure is a monster and toxic. Facts. Come on now, tell me that ain't no real shit and a good theory. Fuck that. That ain't a theory. That's a fact, nigga. Niggas who didn't have a father in the house will defend toxic masculinity. Because they equating toxic masculinity and sick, like, patriarchal behavior with fatherhood. Because they don't know what a real father is. They think it's a Malachi York, a Bambata, a Polite. Because that's all they know. Because a father is a leadership position, and the only leaders they know is fucking weirdos. And they equate that to a father figure.
Very nice to see her. She was my childhood sweetheart at one point. So I was like, oh, okay, great. So
Information man said I'm right, bro. So that means something.
we kicked it, and then we hung out a few times, and then It was like a couple other people, like, you know, we connected and was like kind of, hey, I ain't seen you in a while, blah, 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 blah. Now, mind you, at this point, I don't know the extent of what's going on up there. I knew what I saw when I left. There was no one explaining to me anything else. Until one day we all riding to Miami together, right? And then all of a sudden, like, this whole big thing came out. It was like a bunch of people who grew up together. You know, I go to Miami for Memorial Day weekend every year anyway. You know, that's just one of my places. I go to Miami actually 10 times a year. I just like the place, you know? So I decided, okay, cool, I'm going. If y'all want to roll, we'll rent 2 vans. Everybody will chip in and we'll ride down there. It ended up starting with 5 people. It ended up being 25 people, you know?
Jacob wanted all of us meaning me, Nicole, Karima, he was talking to a couple of people, different people that left the community. He wanted us to bring a case against his father.
I think if I was that instrumental in the case, I would have been on the stand. That's how I believe.
How come Jacob York didn't testify?
I don't know why the government put him up. I think it was too dangerous to put him up. I wouldn't call Jacob York because I know he would say a lot of negative stuff, but they weren't going to call Jacob York for me to properly cross-examine him to bring out the fact that all of these witnesses went on a trip to South Beach in Miami a little bit before they started going to the government and kind of came up with this plan. We had witnesses as to that. We even had a witness that was willing to say that Jacob York stated that he was setting his father up. But the court wouldn't allow it to come in. His own sister stated that Jacob York stated to him that he was going to create this story and bring his father down.
Yeah, he's behind it all because we all sat down.
I'm going to tell you how you know this is bullshit, right? Y'all think I can frame my daddy right now? Come on, think about it. Let's say me and my daddy get into it. I got a big YouTube following, right? And I get all of my following to help me frame my daddy. Y'all think I'll be successful? Cause guess what, nigga? I watch Forensic Files every night. They can't lock a nigga up without substantial evidence. How do you think innocent niggas be beating cases? They don't have enough evidence. They gotta throw it out. You know what these law enforcement officers would tell you all the time? It ain't what you know, it's what you can prove. I am an ex-law enforcement officer. Even if there's a dirty white cop that wanna frame you, guess what he got to do? He got to plant some dope on you. If the dope already on you, that ain't a framing. A person can say, man, they hating on that black man. That black man shouldn't have had no dope on him. You can't say they framing him because it's some niggas in jail right now that got framed. Meaning that the cop put something on them that wasn't on them. You gotta quit saying that these people are framed because there are real niggas who in jail now who are framed. If Brother Polite is being framed, how did they plant his semen in a little girl's vagina? Take your time, we gonna wait. We listening. Give them some time. Oh, you need some elevator music? Give them some elevator music, Becky. We'll wait, motherfucker. We'll wait.
Support the content you love.
Come on, man. Everything ain't a framing. You can't frame semen out of my penis into someone else's sexual organ. That's a lot of framing. Like, that's some fucking Green Beret, Navy SEALs type framing around this motherfucker, nigga. Everything can't be, they framing a black man, they framing him, nigga. Like, come on, man.
And we talked and, you know, we was going to figure out how we was going to set it up. We were just going to back each other's story in whichever way we could, even if it meant lying for each other.
Y'all hear this shit? Y'all, you know that somebody paid these folks. You believe that? You believe that? How are all these folks saying that they agreed to come together and lie against Malachi York, but they got physical evidence to back these victims' claims up? All of these people on these interviews, they took the baby York bag. That's just the truth, nigga.
The charges brought up against Malachi were all lies.
The charges brought up against Malachi were all lies. Now, if there are over 30 allegations, how the fuck do I know they're all lies? These people are saying things that no one could possibly know or even prove. So when the young elders say that Malachi York was set up, how would you know? You ain't in the bedroom with this nigga 24/7. How you gonna say everybody lying? And matter of fact, shout out to my sister Bilkis Noel. That is the mother of this brother, brother Noel, who was sitting on that bench. And shout out the information man for coming and give us a piece of his excellent black mind concerning a topic that is in his normal content field. He does this. I'm doing it because this ain't my typical shit. I'm doing it because somebody got to, because these guys got a series going on defending this nigga. So I'm gonna make a series responding. But shout out the information, man. Whenever you want the flow, you got it, man. Give us your mind.
Hey, how you doing, everybody? Sanchez, thank you for doing this, brother. I've done some videos, particularly on R. Kelly. I've done videos, specifically a series of videos that I did specifically dealing with the issue of Polite and the sort of excuses that people make for him. I've had guys come on my panels in the past and tried to rationale and make rationale thought about these guys doing this. The video that you played there, I've played those videos where he's talking about, hey, what if you have someone that you believe in and he's touched kids and he's done this, would you still follow him? And if you notice on that video, what is Polite doing? He's poisoning another young brother with the same bullshit, right?
Yes.
And so a lot of this is based in narcissistic personality. These guys have personality issues. It gets this deep, Brother Sanchez. I deal with guys in the prison system. Same thing happens. Young men, they go down the wrong route, whether it be gangs, they get influenced by group pressure. And most of the guys have told me that are doing heavy time that I didn't have the father figure in my life that I needed, or I didn't listen to those male figures that were trying to steer me in the right direction, and I allowed myself to be steered in the wrong direction by some other group. So what happens is the gang becomes the family. The gang replaces all the things that we see as nurturing relationships with a mother, a father, an uncle, a family. The gang replaces that. And then I think we have a problem, and I'm going to tell the truth here, Brother Sanchez. As black men, we have a problem with following and going with the symbolism of charismatic individuals. You can look at who's that? Umar Johnson. Check this out. I don't know if people realize this. Umar Johnson has been running this school scam, we thought, for 13 years. No, brother, it goes back to 2005 when he was going to get to St. Paul's school, and we found out that he never even talked to the people at St. Paul's. He was trespassing.
Information man.
He's been running this game, and this is why we follow. People follow him. Why? Umar Johnson is charismatic.
Yep.
Right? He says all the things that get into you emotionally. Same thing with Polite. Fast talking, charismatic, says everything that gets into you emotionally. You know how they do it? Because they talk about things that we all have some kinship to. They'll get into the pyramids. They'll get into African history. They'll get you all buttered up with knowledge and history when the goal is really to grip you. Black people, we have a Messiah complex. where we're looking for someone to save us. And then we have Stockholm syndrome, which is, someone is abusing you. Someone is taking your money. They're grifting on you, but you continue to identify with your abuser. You identify with these characters because Black men in some way, people are not going to want to hear this, but in some way, Black men in general, we have self-esteem issues.
Yep.
We live in a society where we've never been. Remember, there was a time when they called Black men boys. If you were a senior citizen and you were a Black man, they would call you a boy. So we've been trying to prove our manhood and prove who we are, and we gravitate towards the charismatic individuals to represent our manhood. And we fall short. How can any man justify grown men taking advantage of underage children? Now, I had a guy say this to me on my channel, everybody, and Brother Sanchez. He said, when I was doing videos about R. Kelly, he said, well, you know, Info Man, that in some states, it's okay for a man to engage with a 16-year-old or marry a 16-year-old or 17-year-old. And I said, oh my God. And this is what I said, Sanchez. I don't give a damn what the laws say. No grown-ass man has any business being with minors and underage. I don't care what the law says in these southern states. Most of those laws were put on the books because men would go to war, sometimes not come back. There was all these weird things that they had in these southern states where men could marry young, right? The life expectancy was different. It was all kind of things. I don't agree with it, but you'll have Negroes that will justify this behavior with looking at something that's on the books and say, well, it's okay. And so when you have these kind of Black men around you who talk like this, you have to ask yourself, have they been abused? Because 9, 10 times, most of the guys that I deal with who have done sexual crimes and abusive things, they have also been a victim of abuse themselves. And they continue the cycle over and over again.
Let me ask you one quick thing. This is important. Sir. People that's been abused, is it a more percentage of a chance that they will defend the abuser versus go after them? Because it's like in these cases with York, both sides is split up, the victim family and the freaking new one. Right. So I'm saying that, like when Nature Boy got prosecuted, most people from Carbonation defended their leader. The victims was by themselves to stand alone, like in the Malachi case. So that's
But see, that's because they've been conditioned, just like Jim Jones. I know Jim Jones very well because I know people personally who lost their family members in Jim Jones. I could literally walk past the church when I was a kid. It's a conditioning. It's a cultural conditioning in which you begin, like I said before, to identify with your oppressor, identify with the person that is your leader when you know they're doing wrong. Just like these churches, you had you just had one of these Christian preachers who was messing around with an underage girl, and then he tells his congregation, oh, I had an inappropriate situation with a young lady. No, it was a girl. And the people in that church insulated him, protected him. You're always going to find people that are going to protect and keep this system going. 9, 10 times, person that's been abused, they can sometimes identify with the abuser because it's the only thing that they know that that surrounds them in their life. So they start to get conditioned to it, used to it. It becomes a norm, and they believe in their own mind that it's okay. I'm going to tell you something. I've dealt with guys that were sex offenders. I think in California at one point in time, they have this thing called chemical castration, everybody. It doesn't matter if you chemically castrate someone. It's people always think it's about the sex, but it's in their mind. So you can chemically castrate them, take their penis away, whatever, but still in their mind, they think being with a underage minor, they think in their mind that it's normal. that it's a normal behavior to engage in. One of the things I want to say is that as Black people and people across the board, we have to stop being in denial of our mental health problems, especially in the Black community. We're heavily in denial of it. We'll just say, hey, that's crazy Uncle George. That's crazy Uncle Thomas or Uncle Tyrone. We just see them as crazy and they medicate themselves with liquor, drugs, what have you. But we've had people in our own family that you all have known that are medicating themselves with drugs and liquor when they really should have been under the care of a professional to diagnose their real issues. And I know we look at shrinks or people that work in psychology as shrinks, that this is weird, but mental health is a serious problem. And I would make an argument that people bring their mental health problems everywhere they go, like YouTube. People bring their mental health problems to YouTube, and we see it play out in all the drama that goes on the YouTube streets. And this is one of the reasons why you also have these same people that will defend a Polite. They'll defend a Malachi York. Check this out, everybody. I played a video that I dug up of Malachi York. And by the way, he's not a doctor. I never say that. I've never put doctor in front of his name because the man is not a doctor. He's a fraudster. But Sanchez, I've got this video. Damn it, I wish I could have given it to you tonight, where he's in court. You've probably seen this video where he's in court and they're reading him his rights and they're breaking down his case to him and they're telling him what he's being charged with. He's not under the arrest. They repeated these things several times to make sure he knew exactly that he was of sound mind of what he was about to sign on to. And they told him, you are being charged with these sexual crimes. Do you understand the charges that we have read to you? Do you understand what's happening? Do you know where you are? What year it is? They did all the battery of tests with him. And at the end of the day, York said yes, of clear mind, not under the arrest, that he understood the charges, that he understood what was happening. He knew where he was and he knew what he was facing. So he admitted in court under those charges that he did do the crime. And then he went on to sign the documents. You see, you said a few minutes ago, Brother Sanchez, that his son or a family member, people are thinking that a family member set him up. How can you be set up if you never was in bed with underage kid? This man was charged for the most extreme sexual abuse case in the history of this country, in which he took advantage of tons of underage. So how can you be set up unless you are indulging, which he did. And he admitted it. And he admitted it in court, and it's on video. So I don't know how anybody in their right mind can think that this man is normal. See, this is the problem. We have what we call in the business psychopaths. Psychopaths are very dangerous. Reason why? Because psychopaths can blend into society. They can be your next door neighbor. They can hold a job. They can be they're very intelligent, and they love to take in information and manipulate other people, which is why in the field, we don't put psychopaths in therapy groups, because all they do is take down a memory of thought of each person's problems, and they figure out who they're going to manipulate and attack. So I argue that someone like York was a psychopath, and he had the ability to manipulate people, get people to do what he wants them to do for him. This is the power that they have. Power of persuasion, quick on the tongue, can talk fast, good with memory. and observing people's flaws so that they can take advantage of those flaws. When you look at cults, most of these cult leaders, they all have those attributes. You figure out how to get people to do your dirty work for you. So York had to have people within his organization to assist in his nasty and dirty and sick desires. People are so bamboozled, brother. I'm gonna end there because I gotta get off because I've got work in the morning. But we got some sick individuals running around here, Brother Sanchez.
Drop information man's channel, spam it before he go, y'all. I see a lot of people saying they like this guy. Give them the channel so they can go and get them all the time. He's always live. So yeah.
Yeah, brother, I definitely talk about these issues and many other issues. So I appreciate your support tonight. But Sanchez, I know this is not something that you do all the time, these topics, but it is necessary. Think about it like this, brother. This is what's crazy. I was listening to Yvette Cardell about this, which is crazy. Mm-hmm. Do you know that in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Mrs. Fletcher and Mrs. Randall, who are the longest living survivors of the Tulsa, Oklahoma massacre, they were turned down in the Supreme Court of Oklahoma for getting, trying to get their reparations, trying to get, payments for what was done to their town, to their community. But check this out. This is how we as a people allow sick individuals and snakes to bamboozle us. Jay Morrison was able to use the name of Tulsa, Oklahoma and collect, $12 million from Black people. Just like Umar Johnson has collected millions of dollars for a school that he keeps pushing back the date, that he's been pushing back, and then he went and brought abandoned buildings that are not getting any better in a neighborhood that was ranked 6th or 7th in Delaware as the most violent, drug-infested community. On top of that, you got 2 state prisons not that far from the buildings that he wants to turn into a school.
You know that's a cash cow.
Right. Not to mention this, though, too. I think people believe that he's holding on to the land because they're going to probably do gentrification in that area, and maybe he wants to sell it off because he's got tax issues. Check this out. Do you know that area that he has that so-called school in is a browning area, meaning the environmental impact report says that there's all sorts of problems in the soil, in the environment. You know why I know this? Because I read the environmental impact report, seen it, right? Now, where am I going with this? My point is that we gave Morrison, we gave this idiot $12 million of money that he didn't do anything with that Oklahoma real estate, Tulsa real estate fund. Why couldn't we as a people collect our money to give to Miss Fletcher, to give to Miss Randall? That money should have been in the hands of 2 victims of the Tulsa, Oklahoma massacre. Instead, we give Jay Morrison $12 million to rip off the name of it. And now now the building that he purchased and all that money that Black people gave him, he was using it for his own personal benefit, and nobody's getting their money back. Yet we've got Black people in Tulsa, Oklahoma that could have used that $12 million. You see where I'm going here, Sanchez?
Man, bro.
How we can be bamboozled by individuals who ain't got nothing going.
And what you just said, unfortunately, is a common scheme to our people. Usurping, even when a nigga gets shot by the police or something like that, it's always some fake grifter getting more money than the family, than the victims coming on. And then, oh man, that's so deep what you said.
But I want you to, as I get ready to drop off the panel, I want everybody to ponder this thought. and this is a very harsh thing for me to say, but it's just something that we got to deal with. Do black people really like each other? Because there's a thing called self-hate. If you don't like yourself and you don't like who you see in the mirror, then therefore you will project onto those that look like you and hate them
because you
hate that which is yourself. It's called either projection or transference. So I could be dealing with a guy in the joint who looks at me and I may remind him of his brother or someone in his life that either he liked or he didn't like, and he can project that on me. And then I can do countertransference, and I'm supposed to be professional, but I could look at a guy who's incarcerated and say, he looked like that nigga that did this to me when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? We play off of this type of stuff as black people because of so much internal hate for ourselves. The outer society, in some sense, doesn't like us. And then we turn it on each other. And then we also turn it on our own women, which is why you have black men and some black women on YouTube that will go back and forth about the battle of the sexes, because in the end of the day, we really don't like ourselves. And we have some self-esteem issues. We have some mental health problems that we are in denial of, this is why we run to the Polites of the world. We'll run to the Yorks of the world and any Negro who can talk us out of our money and out of our mind insanity. Brother Sanchez, you have a great night, brother. Thank you for letting me come up.
Information man, I got to get you to commit to a collaborative show, man, next month sometime with me and you. I got to make this normal to pick your brain, because before you get out of here, right, you deal with the psychology of our people, which is why I love you for that. My thing is this right here, though, and before you go, people with psychological issues got to admit that we psycho, you know, and that's the hard thing because we can't get to solving it. So in the future, I'm going to exploit your expertise, because I believe people can be helped if they admit we fucked up, bro. We all fucked up. Even me. You know what I'm saying?
We're all, well, living in America by default, and the things that we deal with, you're going to be fucked up. Let's just be honest. This is a sad thing for me to say, but a lot of us come from dysfunctional families. A lot of us grew up seeing a lot of dysfunctional shit. Seeing our uncles, cousins, brothers, maybe even mothers doing things that's foul. Remember, especially if you're a black male, you may have had the unfortunate experience in some cases of listening to your mother talk bad about your father and how he ain't shit. Maybe you're not going to be shit, right? We see this, and check this out. When you look at slavery, you know, black people like to brag about, hey, you know, I spank my kids and I'll give them a whipping. Where did we get that shit from? Slavery. We were taught to hate one another through slavery and whipping, and we think that whipping and that type of trauma, we think that that's effective. You know, you want to keep your kids in line. You want to discipline them. I get it. But all we're doing is continuing the same trauma, PTSD trauma, that we keep passing down to the next generation, and projecting onto our kids. And then our kids grow up and they project the same shit that they got from us, because we are fucked up. And you're right. You have to first admit that there's a problem. A lot of the guys I deal with at work, a lot of them are in denial. A lot of them want to blame the reason why they're in prison. They want to blame everything on everybody else instead of looking at themselves.
Accountability,
because
man.
Accountability, you know, and this is another thing too. Keep this in mind, Brother Sanchez. This is why you see all the problems you see in the world sometimes. Sometimes our talents, our gifts, our abilities can take us to places that our mind is not ready for. So when you see like entertainers, athletes, or anybody who achieves a lot of money, they get to a certain level in sports or entertainment, and you say, man, why is he blowing off all this money? Why is he going out here doing? Because they're mentally immature. Their mind's not ready for the place that their talents have brought them to.
Ooh,
And this is why it's
damn.
important
It's crazy.
for us as men to mentor the youth, to engage people, because you know what? We're all that we have, but we got to start admitting certain ills that we have and we project. I believe that this is why you see a lot of beefing within quote unquote black YouTube, because we have a lot of black people who have these problems I'm talking about. And who do they put their hate in their reign, their pressure on? Towards other black people.
And you know how easy it is to do that, info man? This goes to even like, and I'm gonna be honest with you, you will have people that'll be like more mad at you for being indoctrinated than the people that indoctrinated you. I've been guilty of that, to be so hard on my people in the state they in and not say, wait a minute, let me equally give the nigga that did them like that some of this smoke too. You know what I'm saying?
Right. We'll be quick to say, well, why did you join up with that? Oh, why did you do this? But you have to look at the person who also was involved in this as well. Look, man, let's be honest here. We all have the potential to be misled by somebody. Let's be honest. We all potentially either have been misled by somebody in the past or some entity, and we all have the potential. Because as humans, we want to believe, we want to connect with people, we want to be in a brotherhood, a sisterhood. We want that communal community. But unfortunately, we have too many of our own people, specifically who use social media to grift off of other black people and don't give a damn. So this is why I'm going to say this and I'm going to drop off. Any black man or woman who tries to justify and condone the behavior of some so-called leader, and you know what they're doing is wrong, and you condone it, you are part of the problem.
You're enemy to
And
us.
these are you are embedding the situation. I put you as just as guilty as the person that did it. Just like everybody was making excuses for Polite. Oh, he didn't do nothing. Oh, come on, man. Why would you defend a Negro who's driving around in rented cars?
Come on.
He went from talking blackety black stuff when he was in the East Coast, then he goes to the West Coast, and now he's running around with white girls.
Yes.
You see the inconsistencies, the bullshit. So, folks, this is my advice to everybody. Take a pen and paper when you have a chance, and just jot down how you feel in the moment. Jot down your goals, your objectives, but jot down your fears. Jot down in a journal some of your concerns about yourself. What is it about yourself that you feel you need to work on? Your patience. Do you have some emotional instability in certain areas? Matter of fact, I would say that most black people are suffering from some type of trauma, whether it be a loss of a family member. That's everybody across the board. But we deal with so much trauma. Look at what's happened. Look what happens to some of our communities. We are inundated with toxins. You know, when I lived in Oakland, Sanchez, do you know that the people don't know this, that the military, when they left Oakland near the shipyards, and they gave Oakland land, which was in the western part of Oakland, do you know that they found all sort of environmental racism there because the military left all sorts of toxins, all sorts of stuff. Black people are inundated in bad environments, food deserts, bad food that we're eating. Bad food, bad environment means you're going to have a bad mind as well, or it's going to contribute to you having a bad frame of thinking. Mental health is very important. Take the time, folks, to meditate. Maybe, I don't know how many of you all have ever done this before. I do this all the time. Set in a room, turn everything off, cell phones, TV, everything. Just sit in a room by yourself in a chair, turn the lights down, be alone with yourself and your thoughts in your mind. Calm yourself down and think about what you want to achieve, but most of all, think about what you need to work on. What are your fears? See, when you turn all the noise off, Sanchez, and you just stay by yourself, your naked ass self, that's when you really have to confront your issues. You really have to confront yourself. When you turn all the noise off and all the facades, everything that we do is a facade. Our clothes we put on, everything. We're covering some shit. We're masking some pain, whether it be to the liquor, the drugs, the music that we listen to, the
That's
clothes.
facts.
You know, you got black folks love to wear their jewelry and their fancy clothes, right? But a lot of this, sometimes, not for all, but for some black people that do this sort of stuff,
it's a
is
mask.
because they're masking their true pain through the clothes, the fancy clothes, the sneakers, the hip talk. But you're really masking that you're really this really weak person deep down in the core. But you have to mask it by making everybody think you're on top of everything.
Yeah.
See, we're not impressing white folks. We're trying to impress each other. Because white folks are not impressed by a Negro riding around in a BMW. They're not impressed by that. They made the damn BMW. Anyway, let me get out of here. I appreciate you giving me the time, brother. And everybody, I hope that was food for thought.
Yes, it was.
And that's the kind of talk you're going to get on my channel. When I get into all different types of topics. But I appreciate you, Brother Sanchez.
I appreciate
and
you.
your audience.
That is the Information Man Show. Y'all better go and drop the links right now, moderators, as the brother, make his exit. I'm going to reach out to you, Information Man. Man, you got to do this more and just let your voice shine, man. Just, on everywhere, however I can use my platform to give you a voice. My people love you, bro. I appreciate it once again.
All right, man. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, everybody out there. Peace.
For sure. $2,000 in the house. $2,000 in the house. My
What's
nigga,
going on,
$2,000.
Sanchez? Shout out to the panel. What's good, Sanchez?
What's good, bro?
Yeah, man, this is a great subject, bro. Great subject. Because I know everybody at some point ran into these brothers as we're looking for truth. But I got a question for you. Now, we were just talking, y'all was just talking about an individual, but we're talking about a few individuals. For example, Rod Hayes. The other night, there's a gentleman that came on the panel and was asking, how do we get out of the paperwork? And he kind of explained how, he just had a kid and, the whole birth certificate thing. How do we get away from that and all this type of stuff? You know what I mean? And when I first heard Rod Hayes was talking, about what I found interesting about what he was mentioning was he was talking about that type of stuff, how the paperwork is fraudulent and all this type of stuff. Can you touch on that?
Well, here's the thing, right? Niggas like Rod Hayes, legendary top cats, even niggas like Dane Calloway. And just because I'm bringing these niggas up, don't mean that I hate them personally. It means that I want to give them a hard time because they doing something I don't approve of. And that's saying free Malachi York. It aggravates me. And so when they do that, then I'm going to strike. And it don't mean I hate them. It means that you don't know what you're talking about saying free Malachi York. And you don't have no receipts to say that he's not guilty. And you not presenting no facts. I don't hate these brothers. Somebody got to challenge this dumb stuff they're doing, though. But as far as the paperwork and all that, what these black men want to do is be able to sell you things. And they sell people status correction, paperwork, what they call it, do your genealogy. They'll sell that. Consultations for that. The truth is that It don't matter what you do as far as status, genealogy, and none of that. You still ain't gonna have more benefits or rights than a nigga that didn't. Just say you correct your status. You do your genealogy. You do the paperwork. You pay all these black folks to do all that. Guess what? You still just another nigga. You won't have no damn perks that I don't got, and I didn't do none of that. Only thing you'll be able to do is go amongst other black people and brag and say, did you do your genealogy? I did my genealogy. But we all still broke as hell. And you ain't got no perks at law that I don't got. Because the truth is, power don't come from paperwork. The truth is, power comes from these. And guess what? Once the power is taken with these, you tell the slave he can get it back with this. Once the white man come to your damn land and take it using these, if the white man don't want your children fighting back, he'll tell your children, you can get your land back if you use these. And then if I'm a white man that beat your ass and fought to take your land, but I don't want you to fight back, I'm gonna say, hey, just do your paperwork right, nigga, and you can get it back. And while you try to figure out that paperwork, I'm gonna keep going around the world taking people land with these and telling them that they can get it back with these. Them niggas don't like me, man. $2 grand, none of these folks like me.
Nah, and I agree. I agree with you because they say, you know, the whole religious system is, you know, even the God that they're worshiping and giving veneration to is the God of the contract. So paperwork is embedded in that nonsense. Have you heard that before?
They said paperwork is embedded in nonsense. Oh, I can go with that. You know, hey, shout out to my nigga D-Red in the chat room. Hold up, we gotta make this brother blue. Yes. And D-Red or anybody else, if y'all want to join and give your mind on anything, I'm opening up my show for you brothers to speak your mind. There's no debates or nothing. It's just brothers speaking on a topic because we ain't gonna always agree on everything. But I bet you most other niggas gonna agree that defending Malachi York ain't a good look for no black man. See, I don't hate Rod Hayes. I don't hate legendary top cats. But I don't fuck with no Malachi York. It's just too many children and shit came out on him. And I be looking at these type niggas like, bro, y'all putting y'all own rep on the line to defend this nigga. Then I be like, damn, look at all the niggas riding with him. No, I got to wage against that, man. I got to be the opposition to that Malachi York shit. I swear to God, if them niggas stop with all that free Malachi York shit, I'll leave them alone. I won't even mention them niggas. I'll be going over there trying to unite with them niggas. The only thing that got me against Rod Hayes and Young Elder and all these niggas, top cats and shit, is the Malachi York shit. I don't even care that the nigga was on Black Magic. That nigga be having RFG over there. You don't see me making videos about RFG, do you? Even though he on Black Magic. I'm making videos on Rod Hayes because he defending Malachi York. Not because he was with Brother Rich. Because one of my biggest ops was with Brother Rich. That's RFG. Yes, I don't like Brother Rich. But I'm not going to go and attack RFG just because he was on Brother Rich's channel and I don't like Brother Rich. I don't like RFG. But me and him ain't attacking each other. Cause that's real man shit. Real men don't troll each other. We just say, you know what, my nigga? We fuck with each other. We fell out. You go your way, I'ma go mine. That's one thing I respect about RFG Chosen One. It ain't that we cool or nothing. It's that even though me and him beefing, he's still a respectable man. I'm not gonna lie on it. He moving like a real man though. You know what I'm saying? Me and Brother Rich don't fuck with each other. But guess what though? Brother Rich still moving like a man in how he dealing with me. He playing chess with me. He's saying that nigga Sanchez over there talking shit about me. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get RFG on my show. I respect Brother Rich. That's how men fight. We play chess and shit. I see what you doing. But guess what though? Brother Rich ain't defending Malachi York. Brother Rich ain't defending Brother Polite. So whenever I go out to Brother Rich, I'ma say how dumb he is, how he be harboring grifters, how he don't really care about the people, and I don't like him because of that. It ain't nothing personal. It ain't no personal shit. And listen, everything ain't peaches or cream with me. It can be some shit that I'm doing not all the way right that a nigga will call out and say he don't like me for. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be mad at him for it, but guess what else I'm gonna do? Change that shit. Cause deep down inside, I'm gonna know that nigga right about me. I do be cutting people off sometimes. So even though he making me mad, calling me out for it, I'm still gonna work on myself and change what he's saying. Some people will get mad at you calling out your fucked up ways, and they'll argue with you, but don't change the shit that you called out, even though it hurted them and they know you right. And I know I'll argue with a nigga and bitch at a man, shut up, all that, but guess what? I'll go work on that shit, though. I'll go try to clean that up, you know.
Brother Sanchez.
Yeah.
Balance and wholeness, my brother.
Balance and wholeness to all the brothers on the panel.
Yes, yes, sir. I wanted to give a big shout out to the brother that was on a few minutes ago. I think correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Information. Was that the brother's name?
Information man, y'all sub up to the bro, yeah.
Yeah, he brought a lot of heat, man. And I just wanted to give him a shout out. And like you said, everybody on the panel, everybody in the chat. And I know what the brother that just spoke right before you spoke, when he was talking about the God of the contract, that basically it is their God that goes to Yahweh. A lot of people don't want to hear that, but that is the God of the contract, Yahweh, or if you want to go to Sumerian tablets, Enlil, but that's a whole nother topic. But brother, I want to salute you personally. Hats off to you for doing this broadcast. Regardless, I don't know how many people is in here. Really, I could care less. It take a real man, straight up. And I ain't jock riding, none of that. You know, me and you have even bumped heads before on the platform, and we have been you know, in full agreement before, you know, plenty of times. So, but this right here, just like you said, it has to be done. Where are the other ones like that's doing what you're doing right now that ain't just going with the flow? Oh, Malachi York, the Anunnaki, he made a little comic book in jail with all the little pamphlets of these pictures and this and that, and everybody jumping on board. You got young elder talking about he going to the Nibiru ship every night, coming back, telling you what's going on the ship Nibiru. You got Rod Elder talking about he's Tahuti. He's Thoth Tahuti, the firstborn of the earthborn, and then all this nonsense. No, like these people, birds of a feather flock together. And like you said, if they are saying free Malachi York, but they don't know this man, they don't know. Listen, man, I spoke to someone face to face that lived on the compound. That Dwight, let's be clear, not Malachi, Dwight. That was he had so many different names. Dwight York, his compound, a brother that was 3 years old, and his mother and his father was living at the compound, and he was living there. He said, this brother lived there. He said, regardless if you was married or not, all the men had to be in one side in the dorms on one side of the compound. All the women had to be on the other side of the compound. The children would be with the women until a certain time at night, and then the children would go to their own place on the compound. So he literally had the men, women, and children divided on this compound. So that right there is something.
You gotta be bullshitting me, nigga. Like the military barracks.
Bro, I promise you, yo. And matter of fact, I'm not going to say this brother's name.
Crazy,
this brother literally it teaches online. Now I haven't
bro,
heard his
you
name
know,
mentioned.
you know when you divide them people up like that, it make them children more accessible and vulnerable and shit.
Exactly, yo.
It's crazy.
Exactly. Now, if you was all about family, why wouldn't you be promoting family like a tribe, bro? You think tribes at the end of the night, when we was really in the tribal units, you think we was okay? Put the fires out. All the women get in the tents over there. All the men over here. All the babies, give your mom a hug. Get in the baby tent. Like, come on, man. Like this dude, and a lot of people don't know this.
Yeah.
Dwight York had the biggest child molestation case in United States corporation history.
And check it out, bro. Check it out, bro. That alone is a reason why no black man should defend you. Even if that shit is fake, nigga, the black man's reputation too much for us to get behind. I'm sorry, nigga. They got crazy, you. They tainted you, nigga. Nah, like, fuck that. Yeah.
Look.
It ain't like the shit you was teaching was that far.
His case was so big, right?
Hey, yo, I'm gonna be real with you. That's an ultimatum, bro, Sanchez. What you just said, you need to say that again and like synchronistic that shit so people can mentally weave what you just said, because that is everything. Outside of looking at Dr. York, it could have been fucking Usher. It could have been Diddy. It could have been Lil Wayne. It could have been you. It could have been me.
Facts.
The fact that it's that puts the black man's reputation on the line.
Hey,
and because of that, he has to accept whether it is fake or real. He has to accept that every black man, and if I was him, I would look at all the motherfuckers who are defending me and be like, oh, there's something wrong with him. Oh, there's something wrong with him. He's defending me, and my actual case is historic. I'm like, you know what I mean? It's like,
but you know what?
What that boils down to is that man, just like information man. Just did I get his name right?
Information man. That's it.
Information man. Just like he said, this dude Dwight York, in sound body and mind, stood up in front of that court and pled guilty to molestation of children.
I would have died
I don't
first.
care if it's 1,000 or 1. You are not gonna get me as a man. I don't give a damn if I'm looking at 100 years. You will not get me to plead no damn guilty that I done raped some child, child, if it's false. And that man stood up there and pled guilty out of his mouth, and is still under the jail. It didn't do him no good, nothing. And he got these brothers out here now. Everything coming out these brothers' mouth. Rod Hayes, Young Elder, like you said, Brother Rich can't stay neutral, but he's making a platform for these.
He's making
people.
a platform. I got to call him out too.
So if he's doing that, and these brothers ain't playing, like it don't even gotta be I'm taking up for him or I'm throwing him under the bus. It's let's play the reality role. The reality is I wasn't there. I don't know. But what I do know is they had over
Come on.
1,000 children that said that they were sexually touched
Come
or
on.
molested by this man.
Bro.
So you really think the government hated that he was that big of a threat? Just like you said, Brother Sanchez.
Right.
This man building fake pyramids on the ground, but what about wells and water and sustainability and this and that? Dude got it got to the point where they was like announcing him like he was King Tut walking out there.
That's why I said we gonna be exterminated. Go ahead.
Man,
hey, can I say, yo, let me say something very
Hey, let me read some what my nigga D Red wrote in all caps. This is some shit. You can't say free Dr. York. That's crazy. Shaking my goddamn head. I know folks that's been on a compound too. A shout out to the niggas that's showing up tonight doing the right thing, man. Right. We don't always agree, and guess what I'm telling y'all right now? If them niggas stop with this Free Dr. York campaign on everything I love, I'll leave them niggas alone and I'll practice unity. And if I ever mention them niggas, it'll be in a good light. That's my word. My only thing, nigga, I used to look at the fucking young elder and Dr. York, Rod Hayes, and I used to say, damn, these niggas is pseudo. I want to click the link and come over here and collab with these niggas so I can show them the shit that I know. But then when I saw the Free Dr. York shit, I said, oh no, we ops now, nigga. We gonna be ops till you stop this campaign. Cause I went against Polite. Man, Polite supposed to been flat earth debating. You know what stopped that? The pedophile shit. It was so bad for me that people was turning against me because I still wanted to debate a pedophile. Listen to me, my brother. I lost subscribers because I wanted to debate a pedophile about the shape of the earth. But these niggas is gaining subscribers and they saying free a pedophile.
That's crazy.
Shit crazy than a motherfucker.
Hey, bro Sanchez, I think that the only reason why any of these people cling to that man, and they shouldn't, because like I'm not giving them a leeway, but the only reason why they cling to him is because of a specific aspect of his teaching. Listen to me what I'm saying. A specific aspect of his teaching is anchored into like the spirit of
Silas.
Hold on.
Okay.
I don't want. Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm telling you finna fuck around and make me go on a whole nother separate series, part 1, part 2, just debunking this nigga's teachings. Cause niggas
that's where I was about to go.
Yeah.
That's where I was turning. That's where I was turning. So on your channel, as a collective, and we've debunked NASA, all atoms and all these different things, and how like they are references to actual sciences that are us, our body. You know what I'm saying? The self. So me personally, and I know you have done it too, I've read his information. I put all the scope in the representations of aliens and planets and all those different things.
And none of them niggas in the New Wapians want to see me. I got viral videos calling out little baby York when Sarnetta had him on there a few years ago. And none of the New Wapians want to see me, nigga. I done debated the Pan-Africans, Moors, and everybody. New Wapian want to see me, nigga, on no teachings,
Dwight York
nigga.
was all of them. If you know his story, he was all of them, and he was an R&B singer at one point. So this joker done went through the whole spectrum of trying to be known. He was Muslim. He was at one point he was teaching like a pseudo biblical, like the Hebrew Israelite, and my man was literally like every religion. And then he did the Pan-African thing. Some people say he didn't even take a trip to Africa. They said that was all bull crap, but that my man didn't even go over there. So I don't know. I can't speak on that, but look, I just want to add this real quick. And Brother Sanchez, you had mentioned this earlier. Why would the white man or whoever. We ain't even gotta say white. We can just say the establishment. Why would they want to take out someone like that who is pushing their narrative? So I just seen something the other day, right? That
And
said,
you like what I told them niggas earlier? They don't want to take them out, but when enough people see black men in these positions get so cocky, my brother, like Puff Daddy, they go to being loud, partying too much, and they think that white man just can help them with everything. But when enough people me too your ass, the white man will throw you under the bus, cause he know you got. Guess what? You ain't gonna get me fucked up with you, nigga, with your loud ass. We'll just sacrifice your dumb ass. That's what happened. Go.
Polite is another one, and I've had my own personal little run-in with Polite, cause something that had to do with my wife. So I know for 100% I can't say I know 100% he's a pedophile, but I can tell you I know 100% he's got a pedophile spirit, because when he tried to,
fuck that, yeah.
And then we look at in another one, Rashad Jamal. I mean,
Now listen, a lot of people keep telling me that I need to defend him. Now I don't know. I need to look into this Rashad Jamal, because
here's the thing about Rashad Jamal.
Hold on, bro Sanchez, because I was all in the mix, right? I was in the mix with Baby York, Lucky York.
I'm gonna do my research on Rashad.
Sister York, and I was even in the mix with the Rashad Jamal thing. And I'm gonna tell you right now, right? Looking at you right now. If you go back and look at all his all of his videos, he specifically says what they're going to do to him. He literally says, like verbatim, he says,
but
hold on, bro. Listen. He literally said verbatim months before they took him to jail. He says, I am a young black man who is a revolutionary, a leader, and all this other stuff, right? And then he says, what they're going to do to me is that they're going to arrest me and tell everyone and you that I am a pedophile.
Stop.
So in the back.
Stop. Salas.
What?
Salas. Bro. I just was saying that, Salas.
Yeah.
I was joking about that, Salas. I was saying, how do these niggas always say the white man gonna do this to me and the white man do it?
Well, there's a baby mama involved.
And listen, Rashad Jamal,
think about this shit.
Another thing.
Think about
Rashad
that.
Jamal was not a revolutionary.
I ain't worried about that. That's not what I'm worried about. What
I
I'm
was
worried
just
about
saying
is,
that shit, bro.
Wait. What I'm worried about is the mental fuckery that is happening to not just us, but our people and people who want to revolutionize our people. And I ain't even on that train. But when I see something and observe it, and I was there, I was on the live listening to this nigga say exactly what he said, and then it actually happened, and then I saw people go against him, and I'm like, hold on, bro, they told you that. Like, he played the chess game very well. Why?
Man, that's some crazy shit, bro.
You ain't supposed to believe that shit, bro.
Bro, let me tell you something.
If I'm riding around with a tool every day, and then I get online and I'm flashing my joint with the ladder on live, and I tell you, man, these white people gonna try to set me up with it. They're gonna catch me riding with the joint and this and that. But that ain't prophetic. That's because I'm riding around with a gun.
Come on, nigga.
Wait, hold up,
bro. This the shit I'm talking about, man. And they let these niggas do it every time, man. That's like Umar saying, they gonna lock me up in the future on some money scam shit about a school that I didn't build. And I'm like,
that shit loading like a
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Now they prophetic.
Yeah,
it sounds like they
prophet.
might have a guilty conscience. Like he knew that he put the move on his baby mom, his last baby mom daughter that was underage, and she came on and told the truth. A lot of these, when stuff happens to people, especially within a family, even whether he was stepdaddy or whatever. It traumatizes them and their children. So a lot of times they don't tell it immediately. They hold on to it. So he's a person just like anybody. So guess what? While she was holding on to it, he may have been holding on to it. So now he releasing it online. You know they're gonna try to set me up, y'all. You know it's coming.
You know it's coming.
Look at these things, man.
Yeah. But listen, you know why we fall for it, right, y'all? Because we seeing a bunch of white folks take a black man down. That image alone.
That fucking program.
Yeah.
I feel you on that, but I'm not gonna fall coy to some shit that's obvious and oxy obvious at the fucking same time. Because literally, why the fuck is the mind game being played on a mass of people that literally, I don't know where you want to say we come from, but the fact that we here and they're doing this shit to us, and me and you can sit here and decode it to the point where it's like, well, he could do it, but he couldn't do it. But me as a black man, I gotta protect my image. So
see, but listen, Sal, I know where you going. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna see where Sal's going right now. I'm gonna sum it up like this, bro. This community that we got right here, bro, is very rare, and then black people gonna push back at this community, cause look, we the ones that when the added loans get brought up, we say hang that nigga. When the fucking polites come on trial, we say fuck him and we don't care if that nigga black, white man, you can have that nigga. People call us traitors. Y'all giving our successful black men to the white beast? No, I'm giving the toxic niggas and the cancers in our group to the white man. And the white man don't even want to take them niggas because check it out, right? The white man got to get so much allegations on these niggas before he take them down because they helping him out.
When I first came across you, right, Brother Sanchez, a couple of years ago, I sat back and I was wondering, why isn't this brother on all these other platforms? Because he's sharper than like 90% of these jokers with hundreds of thousands of this and that. The 19 keys that's taking everybody money and everybody.
We not with the brotherhood.
But now it's evident. It's evident to why you're not involved in their little circle. It's because you don't go with the flow. You literally stand for what you feel is right and what is the evidence that's placed in front of your face, and you make the most logical. Like you said, it's synchronism. Synchronism ain't just ancient etymology, ancient cosmology. You can synchronize the facts, even in this conversation we having right now.
Thank you. Even with this shit, this is syncretism. Cause guess what we doing? We saying, look, Polite defended a pedophile. He was a pedophile. Syncretism. Watch this, right? Think about it, right? When you say this person was molested and now they're defending the molester, saying he raised me, he was my father. Listen, that's syncretism. All syncretism is looking at the parallels. When you do that, ain't no way you gonna be wrong, nigga. Ain't no way you wrong. You can bet your money on that shit with syncretism.
Facts.
Because guess what? Because nature is about predictable patterns. Once you get them predictable patterns, you right, nigga. You got that shit. You can trust that.
It wouldn't be no free Malachi York if it was false. Because guess what? Like you said, the nature or the natural, the great spirit, the natural spirit, the karmic retribution will happen automatically. Ain't no hashtag.
Watch this. How many black men you know get lied on by 50 plus children?
Man, it was
not even one. Not even one.
I don't even know.
You ain't gonna know a person that got suspected of that shit one time.
And then all the
hold on,
stories is basically
wait,
synced up.
hold up. That's my nigga. I gotta drop a bomb for my nigga Dave the Wave. Listen, me and Dave the Wave been disagreeing every day. But even Dave coming out as a real nigga with this shit, that's what I love about. Bro, I love y'all niggas on some real shit. Hold up, bro. We can disagree about everything. But when a nigga come and show up, nigga, this the first night Dave agreed with me. And it's about these children. Dave, you a real nigga. I know you care about these kids, bro. Because you've been disagreeing. This man been disagreeing with me every night about simple shit.
I seen it last night. I seen y'all going at it last night. I think it was.
Dave, my nigga, dog, for that.
Yeah.
Dave said, fuck that. I can't even troll him today, nigga. It's about the children. God damn it, Dave. Shout out to all y'all niggas, man. Go ahead.
Salute. That's what I've been trying to say. I'm from PG County. Like, we take the children shit like next level serious. And what you've been preaching is like what we practice out here. I don't know why it's not more like practice. We don't. When you said Dan Calloway, he claimed he from around where I'm from, and if he supporting Malachi, he in violation to a lot of shit. Because out here, you don't even support nobody if your family member is getting accused of that. We got something called you gotta fight your own battle shit when that comes. You gotta fight your own claim. And anybody who support that shit is automatically suspect. Because it ain't no reason to support somebody off of that type of allegation. And if
that
you all
nigga
getting
ain't
accused
teaching that.
of it, it's too easy to beat it.
Come
if you
on.
ain't did it, they can't like sex you up on that type shit. So when you start supporting niggas like that, that shit's suspect. And a lot of shit go down when niggas, like, even if you support a nigga like that out here, you get like casted out or worse type shit.
And niggas like us gonna reinforce this shit, even if it's, see, we don't need a bunch of big numbers of niggas, y'all. We just need a few real niggas. That's all the Jews got, bro.
That's right.
Yeah. And that's what we got. That's why, nigga, I'm gonna ride for this shit. Everybody in the flat power community is not a flat earther. That's what a lot of people don't know. But check this out.
Another thing, we gotta be careful with these so-called Messiah figures that are only based off of the connection of your skin or derma, which we know derma is anagram for dream. So now you're getting caught up in this illusion world that anybody that got the same derma shade skin color you is good, and everybody that don't look like you is bad. That makes it so easy for your community to be infiltrated.
Ooh, nigga. I've been telling them that shit, but just like that, bro.
That's that program.
I'm telling you.
Exactly.
Listen, and you know what's so crazy?
Like, no, it can't be no genuine white folks out here that will actually stand up for you, but we can trust anybody that looks like us, though. We can man, look, I got people in my own family I won't trust to go pick up a pizza and leave my children at the house with some people in my family, but I still love them. But it ain't happening, Captain. And if it come down to it, you know, the mitts will get put on you.
Yo, you know that's some real shit.
Malachi should be getting fucked up in jail.
But you know what? The brother that said he should be getting fucked up in jail, guess what? Here go the crazy shit about that, right? They gonna protect that nigga in jail. Yeah, he probably got a following up in that bitch, nigga.
Crazy.
Cause check it out, right?
Yeah.
I know right now, Nature Boy probably got a little following up in jail. And Carbonation is still out here keeping the shit alive for their leader like the New Wapians. And you know why? See, here's what I was telling these folks, and shout out to the nigga that said, my nigga that just said, it's people in my own family I don't trust. Because everybody know you got people in your own family that you don't trust. So why the fuck you would defend Elijah Muhammad? That nigga ain't in your family. Exactly. How you trust him? Like, that's what I said. I believe out of all the races, black people got the leader disease. Bad. We got that leader disease. Like, fuck a leader,
It's like
nigga.
the Messiah did. It's the Messiah
Yeah.
complex. It really is what it is. And some people say it's even they found it in the DNA somewhere, like going back to the Anunnaki. Now I don't know how valid that is. That might come from Dwight York.
Hey, bro, that's funny. That nigga said we could look at the leader by his DNA. That shit we say though. When the white man say our leader is the motherfucker that killed the most niggas. Fuck that DNA shit.
Nigga got the most bodies.
Yeah. Boy. Our leader be the nigga that got the best alien stories.
But they've been manipulating us like with the black shit for like at least 3 generations straight. Like with no pushback. We hadn't had niggas singing, you know, James Brown pushing that shit.
I'm black and I'm proud.
Yeah, all that
nigga.
entertainment shit. It then hypnotize people. So we easily manipulated by that shit.
See, what they don't expect us to do is get together on some type time where it ain't just a one color thing, where we actually get together based off your soul and what spirit you're emanating. That's called your tribe is your vibe. Your vibe
now
is your
listen,
tribe.
if motherfuckers got, guess what that's called right there? Everybody getting together under a common enemy. Ooh, nigga. If everybody in the world say, fuck what color your skin is, let's everybody attack the people that's attacking us.
Exactly.
Guess what? Most of the people in the world will realize we start striking back against the same enemy, nigga. Same enemy. Like, goddamn. That's
enemy
crazy.
Is my enemy is my friend.
Yes. Because
and that don't mean we gotta trust somebody with our children and all that. That just mean we all finding that common ground to link up.
Listen, the black leaders telling black people, don't you trust the white man. But check this out, my brothers. I'm going to leave this picture right here. I'm going to put this picture right here. They're telling us to practice separatism, but look at Farrakhan. What the brother just said. Enemy of my enemy is my friend. How are you standing up there with the enemy of your people if your people ain't your enemy? If your people ain't your...
been funny style, man.
Come on.
Bro, that should be enough right there. That picture should be enough. The picture say 1,000 words.
That's the first time I seen that picture today, man.
Hey, guess what, nigga?
I ain't never seen that shit.
I got a whole folder. Why do you think Farrakhan went with the white boy Ron L. Hubbard with the Scientology? That's Jewish mysticism. Hubbard is a small hat. This man sold his people out and killed the real soldiers like Khalid Muhammad and Malcolm X. How the fuck do you silence a black man that celebrated the death of Kennedy and you celebrate the death of that black man? Now, they silenced Malcolm X for praising the death of a white president who hate black people. They shut him up, and now he's standing up with white folks, and he praising the death of Malcolm, nigga. Think about it. Khalid Muhammad died prematurely, and he was a black man with RBG flag with AK-47s and combat boots on. He wasn't a nigga in a Nation of Islam wearing a bow tie with bean pies. You got to think about something.
Ear to ear up there, motherfucker.
And hold up. But watch this, though, and I'm going to fall back. Check it out. Khalid Muhammad had the red, black, and green flag and not the Islamic flag with the star and crescent. Come on, he died.
Here go another little fun fact.
Right. Go ahead.
They say, now if you know about Scottish Rite Freemasonry, they say that no melanated person, basically, no black man can be a 33-degree Freemason. Well, I've seen the video where they gave Farrakhan his plaque for 33-degree Freemasonry. Now, they said it was an honorary plaque.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
They said it was an honorary,
yes,
an honorary 33-degree Freemason plaque.
Hey,
now,
that's the highest one though.
Yeah, so that's telling me that they know his true ancestry, because either that means that he gotta have some kind of you know how they say all the presidents is all connected to the, what is it, King Arthur or something, going back, like
Yeah, they
every
all
president
connected.
except one of them. So I'm thinking that Farrakhan got some kind of connection to like them the what's it called, the Persian bloodlines, the Faninis and the Ossinis and all that. I'm thinking somewhere along the line, though, his bloodline is connected to him, yo.
Because
And he's
listen, people are not, and I like what you saying, because remember when you was just saying, Sanchez, I never saw this picture. Guess what I'm gonna do? Starting sometime in the middle of July, I'm gonna put a new section on my website. I'm gonna make a new section on my website, and I'm gonna start putting a lot of my folders. I'm gonna start putting a lot of my folders on a website for you guys to be able to download my receipts, because a lot of the shit I got, they took it off the internet. Because
that junk scrub.
It is. Now, when you look at this image of Farrakhan with these Jews, then I'm gonna go to this one. You probably never saw this next one before. Watch this. Look at what that book say in his hand.
Oh shit. Yeah, he pumping that shit.
Think about it now. What are the Hebrew Israelites saying? We are the real Jews. And what symbol do they got? The six-pointed star, right?
Yep.
All of these are Boule Freemason groups that are selling us the star of the enemy. I'm about to expose it right now. This ain't the Star of David, and it ain't the Star of the Jews. It is the Star of Moloch, a.k.a. Rephan. This is the Star of the world order, the world government. In other words, people, let me show you what star this is. This is the seal of the royal families. So if you want to know who agenda all of your goddamn leaders are carrying out, they'll tell you, nigga, this the Star of David, so they can act like they holy, but they the synagogue of Satan. They are the fucking synagogue of Satan, y'all. And this star that they pushing our people, and the people that they pushing it with, they all got the same agenda against black people. To keep you in a victim mindset, marching in the street while they pausing you, shorten your life expectancy, and put and transhumanize your ass. Cause look at what that white man's shirt say. What it say?
The man
justice. Ain't that a joke? That's a smack in our fucking face. He telling you we rather you go in the street and march than really do some shit about it. Now we got Crips, right? Now think about this: a white man with Farrakhan telling you we rather you march in the street. That explains why the Million Man March sells more tickets than the Super Bowl. I bet y'all didn't know that. I bet y'all didn't know that when CNN asked the Million Man March, it costs corporations the same amount to get a commercial during that than the Super Bowl, nigga. How many of y'all knew that?
I didn't know that.
I didn't even know that.
The Million Man March is so fucking powerful. And guess who got the contract to air it, y'all? CNN. The same people that got Don Lemon. Go figure.
CNN Canaan.
Right.
The Canaanite.
Yo, so Sanchez, you're saying that that's the agenda?
Bro, guess what? Let me tell you what's so crazy. When they do the Million Man March with black men, white men make more money from it. Hear me out, right? When they do the Million Man March, that shit is like a rap concert, but for black people, victim mentality, nigga. Think about it. If you got 1 million men marching that's black, imagine how many other black people gonna show up. Let's just say 2 million black people are there. Now guess what? They got the shit, they got the piss, they got the drink, they got to get thirsty, they gonna get hungry.
You couldn't even sell no t-shirts out that month.
bro, anything you selling gonna get sold out easily. And guess what? The taxi companies, the Uber do you know how much of a boost the Million Man March is for Washington, D.C.'s economy?
It's insane.
It don't trickle
Insane.
down. It don't even
Insane.
trickle down though.
And
It
the black,
probably leave,
right. Go ahead,
it leave
y'all.
the United States. It probably leave the United States and go to a whole nother country for real. But
Crazy.
I'm
it's
gonna tell you what
like
they was doing.
Brother Sanchez was saying, it all boils down to Saturn worship. That's what that star is. It's all about. And what is Saturn? That's the father time that eats his own kids. So the trick is to keep us in a loop, a time loop where this is their heaven and this becomes not necessarily our hell. It can be if you allow it to, if you fall all the way for the trap, but it becomes a purgatory, basically, the
And
tour of the purge.
there you go. Guess what? It's our prison, but it ain't our hell yet.
Right.
Now, if we don't break out the prison, now it's gonna become our hell. But we got some time to break out this prison. But people don't know they in prison, my brother.
And that's the ones that know it are the ones that are under this star because they worship their god Saturn, El Elyon, the Most High, Saturn.
Yeah.
And you know that goes
Elyon, that's how I know you know what you're talking about. Go ahead. Yeah, that's what they call it.
And a lot of people, when they get hit with this truth, they get upset, especially when they find. And I know you just did the Yahweh teaching. I've been telling people for years about Yahweh is literally the son of Saturn or Zeus, Jupiter, Odin, Enlil, all the stories is all the same. And I know you know, Sanchez, with it all syncs up, all of it. And
but at the end of the day, though, even with I got you, but let me just piggyback on him and I'm done. At the end of the day, all of us black men know the symbolism and how they using it, right? But the crazy thing about it is, like, deep what's beyond the symbolism is just getting black men to understand that if we didn't choose the leader, he ain't our leader. It's like this, right? I'm on the West Coast. You got gangs, right? Don't nobody be at the forefront of the gang if the gang ain't put them there. When they say that the people got the power, the gang members truly got the power to say who's the OG or not. And they can take that nigga out of his position if the OG tripping. We don't got that as Americans, but it was set up that way to where each group get to decide their own leader. And guess how that worked? Through the man code. That's what the man code was built on. A bunch of men saying who the smartest, who the strongest, and among our ranks, that's gonna be our leader. Now, guess what? Black men don't have the power to choose our own leaders. And we don't see that. That's our number one threat right now. That our leaders are hand-given to us. That's what's making us slaves, nigga. Every other group of men get to say, hey, this our leader. We chose him. Among all the men in my group, we want him to represent us. We get the sellouts to represent us because guess what? That's the boule shit. Look at Farrakhan. Look at this shit.
Hey, bro Sanchez,
paddle boys, man.
Yeah,
I'm going to take off myself, but I want to leave you with this, piggybacking off what you just said. Look how many people will take up for somebody like Malachi York, this and that, like whoever, and they're fairly recent, right? Look how many layers and layers and layers they got us under in this matrix to where Malachi was like just a couple decades ago. We got brothers that's willing to put their life on the line for the story of Moses. Like you knew Moses, or you knew Muhammad, or this one and that. But it's the same thing. It's even more it's crazier than you taking up for Dwight York and trying to say free Malachi York. But yet you put your soul on the line for Moses and Muhammad and this and that, and take up for something you read out of a book that you don't know nothing about. The only thing you know is right here, right now. And you gotta Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yep.
But hey, man, I love y'all. I love you, bro, Sanchez, man. Like I said, big ups to you for for your platforms, period. But specifically for this tonight, man. Hats off to you, man. Salute. Let's get it.
I was telling this brother because I see he about to leave, y'all, and I got to shut down too. But y'all got my word, all of y'all brothers, man, that's here tonight. As long as these other brothers with they big platforms continue to defend Malachi York and make content in his defense, you got my word, we're going to continue our series too. They ain't the only one to make a series.
Let's get it.
And just like they got a whole bunch of brothers helping them defend York, I got a bunch of real niggas around me saying we don't stand for that. So if this is what the spiritual warfare is, I'm ready to fight because I know I got some niggas that's an army with me.
Hell yeah, I'm on the right side of this shit.
Agreed.
Damn
we can
right.
all say agreed to that. Agreed.
And let me say this too. Anything any nigga disagree with me on, leave that shit at your house. When it comes to this Malachi York pedophile shit, fuck the flat earth, fuck evolution, panic. I don't care what your shit is. If you saying, listen, as a black man, we don't defend pedophiles, then come and join us, nigga. Fuck whatever else we disagree with, man.
Facts. Because ultimately, like it's already been said numerous times, it really boils down to the children.
Yeah.
Regardless if your children is safe at night, there's other children out here that may not be, or might fall under the spells of the like he just said, the spells of these young cats that's coming into the game. Like, nah, man, I done read all the holy tablets and this and that, man. He got the truth and this and that, like getting brainwashed and falling right back into that loop. So, you know, I'm with you, brother. I'm with you, man.
And I'm with y'all too, and I'll put my neck out there as long as I know I got people behind me. So peace and love. I'm going to let you get out of here, bro. I got to get out of here too. Shout out to everybody that joined my panel tonight, all y'all brothers. I really appreciate y'all. We out, man. And salutes to the chat room. We out, baby.
Go to everybody.
Salutes. And thank y'all for the support, baby.